sec. Hope everyone is doing well today. We would come on one time, talk to the people. This will be our last live before we touch down in Sierra Leone next week. Okay, there she is. How long will y'all be in Sierra Leone? Okay, so we got about 5 of us traveling there. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, about 10 days. About 10 days total. I don't know why that took me so long to do the math. Sorry about that. Still early over here. All right.
Greetings. Can you hear me?
Hey, greetings, sis. Yeah, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I'll go without the customer service headset today. Hopefully that'll keep the connection. Okay.
You're
Pierre
gonna be there
Kane
too?
said,
Okay.
I can't see the icon. Not sure if this is a man or a woman. Pierre Kane said they'll be in Sierra Leone too.
Oh snap.
Huh?
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
Are you
Sometimes
guys gonna be in Freetown?
Pierre, are you going to Freetown? I'm guessing yes, but will you mostly be in Freetown?
Yeah.
Or are you going to venture out from there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going by yourself? Okay.
Oh, dig it. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. How long?
Nice.
When do you touch down? Because we touched down on the 22nd. All right. Well, we'll give. But I'll be in Newton. Okay. Newton. I'm not familiar with Newton. So anyway, thanks for joining everybody. I am Baba Reggie Singbe Austin, and
Yes.
partner in crime, my colleague, Sister Janielle Lola. Oh, you
Yes.
got it. I've been working on it, sis.
You got it right, Mama Salone.
And yeah, we're with Gullah Leone Union. Some of you all may have seen us before. We thought we would just come on today, talk with you all. Got a few things to go over, and this is going to be our last live in our respective countries. Next week we will be in Sierra Leone.
Yes. I wish I could throw up some kind of something, but I don't know.
Some confetti
Yes.
or anything. So
Yeah.
let me turn this up here. So yeah, just thought we come on and kick it with the good people today. Trying to give me just a second. One of our other colleagues may be hopping on. Yeah.
I'm so excited about this trip, y'all.
I'm. It seems like I've been counting down forever.
You have.
I have my peace, Diamond. Thank you. I've been counting down for about 100 days, I think.
Yeah, you have.
I'm just a little insane like that. But yeah, we got 6 days to go. Well, at least from my side, yeah, it's like 6 days, 7 for you. Excited.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to just getting there, and
Mm-hmm.
then because all of the traveling and anything, it's not. I don't have anxiety or anything. It's just that
Mm-hmm.
you're constantly going through checklists in your head, like, okay, make sure I have this. So finally getting there and just getting to a point where it's like, if I don't have it now, it's nothing I could do about it. Yeah, I'll be thankful for that, and then really be able to just like, really enjoy that. So
Yeah.
I'm just getting past the COVID test and everything like that. That's
That's
really,
what I say. I mean, it's the first time for us
yeah.
to during these COVID times.
Mhm.
So, I mean, I don't really have any anxiety. I'm not happy,
Yeah.
happy test, but it is what it is,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So, I trust that's gonna go smooth.
Oh
You know.
yeah, 100%. I'm gonna will it to be,
Mm-hmm.
if anything else.
Come this far, we ain't no turning back. So, yeah, so we'll be there. We get there the 22nd,
Hmm.
and then 23rd, we off and running Friday morning.
Yeah.
We're gonna head to our new home. Headed to the village. It's called
Yes.
Joa.
Hmm.
Uh, Probably seen on our IG post where we've posted about our Tools and Seeds program, where we're actually going
Right.
to visit that village that we have a
Hmm.
park and we have the community farming going on. So, look out for more footage on that while we're
Right.
down on the ground. So yeah, you want to add anything along that this?
Yeah, I was gonna say, so when you see us posting the recent brushing that we did, and um, you'll see just the money when you saw the community touching hands on the money and saying thank you for the brushing and all these things like that. That's where we're going. When we get there, that'll be the village that we'll be going to. So, it's just, again, I've stated this before. However, I know for me, um, one of the biggest like motivating factors for me to even join Gullah Leone was the fact that when I donate money, I know exactly where it's going. And then now to not only have been working there from where I am in the US, Baba Singbe, he's in Japan, and we have other people in different places, not to only be working and doing things and coordinating and different projects, in that way, but now to actually be there and to smell the air, to walk on the land that, we were brushing and all these things, like to really be there is going to be phenomenal because I just think it's so important to have that touch feel relationship with what you're doing rather
Mhm.
than just simply be so distant. You know what I mean? So I'm
Right.
really looking forward to that. And again, it's one thing to just give, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong to just give and donating. We definitely appreciate all of our contributors who do that.
Yeah.
However, to be there and you guys get to see us be there is something totally different. So
Oh
I'm
yeah.
really looking forward to that.
And we're gonna break bread with the people.
Yes.
And
Okay, wait.
this is gonna be this is gonna be fantastic. Um, I am still trying to get one of our other colleagues on, but she's
All
being
right, no worries.
yeah, yeah. I think a hair situation going on. She's a little sensitive. And speak,
Hey, look, I got to retwist. I'm waiting for the perfect time. So
I was gonna go this week. No, I'm gonna hold out.
yeah.
I'm gonna hold out as close as possible.
Look, you know how we do, like the day of, I'm purposing to look super fresh, like
Yeah,
okay,
got to be clean. So
you know it.
yeah.
First impressions. Oh, you're getting your citizenship. Okay.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. So let me ask you: are you Sierra Leonean, not by DNA, but like act like your parents are Sierra Leonean, and you're going for that, or are you actually going through the process, like you're DNA tested?
Okay. Parents
Oh,
of
you're
Sierra Leone.
okay. So your parents are Sierra Leonean.
Cool.
Okay. Uh, yeah. So yeah, it's interesting that you bring that up. So even though we haven't received any dates yet,
Hmm.
but there is supposed to be a citizenship ceremony this week for DNA tested Sierra Leoneans,
Okay.
uh, but we're still waiting to get information on when the actual, um, I think they call it conferment or something. It's kind of a unique word. I'd never heard that until I saw the
Yeah, me neither.
requirement. So, yeah, we're still waiting to get My hope is that post Independence Day, but
Yeah.
well, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes.
Your parents are from, okay, so are you doing DNA testing through like African ancestry or something? Is that how you're doing your citizenship?
Okay, I'm guessing yes, but let's see what. I'm just having trouble. I think is that a guy? I think it's a guy.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, okay. Okay. Yep.
Okay.
We got some folks going through that process.
Yeah.
So good luck to us all.
Yes. I really pray y'all do get it though, because
Yeah,
that would be excellent to be there and get that.
it would be. It would be.
Hmm.
And as much as I'm excited about that, I mean, there's so many other things on the itinerary, and I'm equally or more
Yeah.
um
Yeah.
a trip for one. Bunce Island would be cool. I've been
Yeah.
so much about Bunce Island. So
I'm excited to touch that Gullah tree on Bunce
I
Island. Yeah.
yeah, 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 that'd be pretty cool. So yeah, I gotta lock that. Let's see what.
So
Go
yeah,
ahead.
let's talk about some of the places that we will go, some of the historic sites that we'll be going to when we get to Sierra Leone. Because again, for people who will watch this in the future, come across this video, it's not just that we think that Sierra Leone is a great opportunity as far as repatriating or just business or what have you. It's the fact that we're actually redeeming that special relationship both through family, familially, and then as well as historically, right? Because African Americans, African Americans in general, just baseline have a connection to Sierra Leone just because of the transatlantic slave trade that happened. And a lot of us don't know that. A lot of us think it's just because we're Gullah Geechee, but actually it's a it's a landmark for all African Americans, because of that. You want to say something?
No, and I was just specifically free
Yeah.
uh, of those good folks that founded Freetown.
Hmm.
Good large number of them were formed like, in what is now America. So we really have strong ties to Sierra Leone.
Hmm. Yeah. And just like
One,
some people go
go ahead.
ahead, go ahead.
That's a
It's
little.
kind of a slight lag. Okay, you hear it
You
too?
got. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Just like some people, and it's not knocking other places that people like to visit or go, but people will go to different places in Africa, that they may not have any connection to as far as something so close, a close association like we do with Sierra Leone. And it's
Mhm.
nothing wrong or nothing bad against it. It's just to show that, our goal is to help put Sierra Leone on that map too. Like, hey guys, like, not only should we go to these different sites that we have in the United States and different places, we should, when we do travel, we do go to Africa, and we go to the continent, think about Freetown because we have so much history there.
Right.
It's a high possibility that one of your ancestors came at least through that area. You know what I mean? So
Absolutely. Uh, and I actually love the time that we're going because there isn't all this celebrity fanfare
hmm.
and this and that. It's still
Yeah,
kind of early on is dare I say like kind of low key, you
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Ghana or even Tanzania, however you say it,
yeah.
uh, or some of the other countries. So yeah, we're going at a really good time. And you touched on Sierra Leone is a place where a lot of our ancestors came from, but they also
Hmm.
went back to. And
Yes, sir.
one of a historic place where we're going to go is called the King Jimmy Marketplace. Now, from what I understand, that is the only point of no return and point of return, right? Ancestors who came through left there forcefully, but we came back through that same place. That marketplace still exists. There's people that still live there. They work there. So we're going to be visiting there during our trip. So
Yeah.
yeah. Really
That's
exciting.
even that itself, like, because for me, I'm thinking like, man, like I know going back there will be like we talk about our ancestors being in our blood, being in our DNA,
Mhm.
being with us, those who have those who participate in ancestor veneration of some sort, things like that. However, what about taking that back to a place? You know what I mean? What about just touching your feet where they walked or where they went to? Just the generational closure you get. You know what I mean? Just bringing that back is that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm really looking forward to putting my hands and my bare feet on the ground, on the land, in these specific places too. Just being there, being able to be in that. You know what I mean? And just like energetically, because one thing, I've seen so many pictures from people who have toured with Chief and Sister Kenya, and they're crying and they're releasing all this energy, and it's just like, I already know that's going to be me. And
Yeah.
I already know it's going to
It's
fit. Yeah.
extremely emotional.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I can't wait for that.
But then to be there in a different time, in a different situation, like we're
Hmm.
not there being forced to leave. We're there redeeming what we were forced to leave and then came back, and you know what I mean? It's just like it's so many levels to it. So yeah.
It's powerful. We
Yeah.
actually got a special guest, one of our family members, another GL,
Mm.
Sister Ebony. Now, sis, I be this IG. I don't know. It won't let me be great. I'm trying to invite her in. What do I need to do?
She said she right in the middle of dinner. I thought
Oh,
I thought she
bro,
was coming on. She over there eating. Okay, I guess she'll come on a little later.
always keep it down.
Um, So we'll be in Jamakoa, we'll be in the village. Honestly, y'all, I'm gonna be real with y'all. It's not that I try to hold back information, but it takes a lot for me to tell people what I'm gonna be doing because I'm
Hmm.
so private. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So like if it takes me a little minute to get it out, I apologize.
Oh,
Just
okay.
purposing to say it. But we'll be in Jamakoa. We'll also be in King Jimmy, Bunt Island. Bunt Island, we talked about
Hey,
that. Hey
hey,
sis, how are
how
you?
are you? How's
Hey, hey,
everybody? I'm looking, look, I'm
you
looking
You
for
good?
look
everything, y'all.
beautiful. You're fine. Girl, look, I mean, come on.
We all need to get our head. Don't worry about it.
It's
Right,
okay.
right. I'm trying
Hey,
to get this off the screen so I can see you guys. Um, uh-oh,
you,
wait a minute. Uh-oh, woo, wait a minute, I'm sorry. Okay, what's going on, y'all?
oh, we good? We're just doing our weekly live thing. How you doing?
Man, I'm so excited.
I
I
know.
I really can't even get to sleep. Like literally since I've solidified that I'm going, that I
Hmm.
am going.
Yes.
I've probably been asleep maybe like 4 or 5 hours, and then I'm just up. I'm on calling
Yeah.
Baba at 1 o'clock in the morning. He's like, "Hey, what you doing?"
All
So
right.
yeah,
Look at
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so excited. And just to piggyback to what you were saying, I can't wait to put my feet on the mother
Hmm.
continent. It's just
Yes.
I have so many feelings and emotions, and I'm just honored, and all of our hard work and dedication over these past few years. Like I
just
was telling my grandmother, huh?
a second. Everybody, this is Ebony Mitchell.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is our sister. She's a
Hmm.
member of the Gullah Leone Union, Gullah Nation of North America, Basani. This is our girl.
Yes. The nonprofit
The non
consultant.
Queen,
the,
yes, consultant,
the,
yes,
the,
Queen,
the
yes,
grant
yes,
getter.
yes. Look, extraordinaire. Um,
Hmm.
Yeah, go
That's
ahead.
what I
Sis.
was looking for.
yes. But yeah, I'm just overly excited. I have so many feelings, thoughts.
Yeah.
Um, I was telling my grandmother, in many ways, these people are more family than like my family because I talk to them every week. Like we talk every week, multiple
Yes.
hours.
The other
I,
day, kinda.
Yes.
I know for a fact I talk more to the Gullah Leone executive members than any members of my family.
Hmm.
Like it's just an incredible bond that I've
Hmm.
never experienced. And
Facts.
so just for us all to be able to be together.
Yes.
This time next week, I'll be in Atlanta and we'll be traveling, right? Yeah.
Yes, we will. Whoop, whoop.
And so, yeah. So
how long does it take you? Is it 10 hours from Atlanta?
Yeah, it's
Atlanta.
10 hours.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'll be in the air already.
okay.
Okay.
28 hours of travel time.
Yeah,
So
I'm bringing 2 good books, so I can just.
I got a little library with me.
Yeah.
Look at all my books, y'all. So I ain't no telling which one I'm gonna bring. So I don't know. I'm gonna bring I might
Hey,
bring.
1 second. So, Piera, and I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name right. I didn't miss your comment. Send us a message when you're on the ground.
Yeah, please.
Okay? And perhaps we can link up while we're there.
Okay.
We have an itinerary. We're going to be on the
He
move quite
said,
a
I know if y'all don't know me.
No,
You're
it's
a
all good.
woman. Okay, yeah, no, sis. I was gonna say, like,
Oh, sorry.
definitely link with us. Because you know, we were just reach out to us because that would be great. Especially,
Oh, and she's
I don't, yeah.
traveling by herself, right?
Yeah, that's another thing I was gonna say. I didn't want to just be like, oh, you're gonna be alone, but like, yeah. So please reach out to us so that you can be with family.
Send,
Yeah,
send us a DM.
yeah,
We will
please.
be checking the messages while we're on the ground, and
Mhm.
hopefully we can link up while we're there, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have some other people that are actually going to be in Sierra Leone. Sierra
Yeah.
Leone.
Sister Piera
Okay.
is going to be there. She's working on getting her citizenship as well.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, yeah, going through that African ancestry thing.
DM is best. It's probably the quickest if you do a DM.
Okay.
DM, sure. Yeah, we always check the Instagram DMs. So yeah,
Right.
just hit us there.
Ooh, excuse me.
So Ed, before you came on, we were just talking about some of the things that we were going to do while we are there. We're going to
Okay.
hit Yamakoa 23rd, break bread with the good people,
Okay.
the community, the Tools and Seed Community Farm Program, Bunce Island. You
Hmm.
know, Emmy. What are you excited about doing? I don't say everything. Come on now, give me some specifics.
I'm excited about the launch. Of course,
Ah,
after the shelf is,
Yes.
because we're doing the Ali International and also the ADV
Yes,
at the
ma'am.
talk about Ali a little bit. The people
Yeah,
may know what
please.
Ali is.
the Ali Initiative, it stands for Overachievers Living Life in Excellence. It was founded in 2016 after my late grandfather, Mr. Ali Mitchell Jr. He was my grandfather, of course, and an educator for 40 years in Cattle Parish, Shreveport, Louisiana. And so after his passing, I wanted to honor him and also get over my grief of losing him because I took it real hard. And so out of that, it's so many great things. We do STEM education. I'm a part of the Gullah Leone Union. Well, not I'm not an official. Well, I am. Well, we are official, but it was 3 organizations that founded the Gullah Leone. But anyway, we with the Ali International, we are purposing to bring technology to Sierra Leone, and so that's what we want
Nice.
to focus on, and to partner with, of course, GRM-SL and Gullah Leone and Basani, and just continue to work. Continue
Mhm.
to bring technology back where technology comes from.
Yes,
It's
ma'am.
crazy that all of the raw materials that the from the phones that we're using comes from Africa, but it's not being utilized, and the people there
Mhm.
are benefiting from all of this technology. So
Right.
I'm just excited to start this new journey. I've had hell try to even think about even getting over there. It was y'all know it was rough.
We
I didn't
know.
even think I was gonna be able to
Seriously.
make it. And at this point I'm going, regardless of
Yeah.
what happens, I'm going. So um
Yay. I'm
This is
telling you,
amazing.
I saw it. I already saw it, sis. I saw it. That the moment, like, you told me, I was like, I just saw us seeing each other and you being totally fine. And I was like, I'm not even worried because I already
And,
know.
and literally that's one when it turned around. So I was just
Hmm
so frustrated. I was like, well, Jael said she saw me, my hands good, so let me relax. The moment I stopped really worried about if I was going to get to Africa or not, I just said, you know
hmm
what? I'm going to release all stress, all
Yes,
worries.
ma'am.
Let me start working because I still was working. I still was typing.
hmm
And I was like, Evan.
We are you.
Yeah, we.
And
It's
I was
like,
like, you have to
stop.
stop using your hands, and so
Yeah.
I didn't use my hands again, and
hmm
it's much better. See,
Yes,
Right.
ma'am.
it's still
Yes.
feeling though. It's like a sunburn, so it's
Yeah.
still kind of raw a little bit, but nothing. It's 95% better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah. I say.
Sierra, sorry, ladies.
hmm
I think you said you land on the 14th. How long will you be there? Because
Yeah, we
wait a
get
She said the
there.
14th or the 17th.
minute, it's already. Excuse me. Uh, maybe that was a typo. I thought she said the 14th because it's the
Oh,
15th.
well, I don't see. Okay.
Nah,
Oh,
nah, nah.
okay.
Previous. It was a previous.
Yeah, it's up
Anyway,
at the top. I only saw 17. She said April
that
17th. I think she'll be. Yeah.
is coming Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay.
But how long? Okay, 7
Ooh.
I will be there April. I mean,
April 17th through. Did you
Okay.
16? Ah, okay. Oh, you be there a while.
I
Okay.
was about to
Oh,
be like,
okay.
oh, she's gonna
Um.
be there a month. Okay,
yeah,
Oh,
one
not.
month.
Yeah, we could
that
definitely.
is.
You know, one of the places we're going is Bunce Island. So you
Mm-hmm.
did in,
Yeah.
joining us and taking a tour there.
Yeah.
But again, hit us once you get settled.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, we'll and we'll chat. Greetings, Sister Anita,
What's her
another
name?
Gullah Leone Union member, executive in the house.
Yes, greetings, Sister Anita.
I think she's still working though. She may be teaching.
I
Okay.
need to add her as a.
What you brought it up, that's what it was. So, Sister Ebony, you brought up we are having the grand opening of our headquarters in Freetown as well. So that's another event. Yes. And guys, we will have footage. We will be sure that, we show you guys everything that we're doing.
Yes.
It may be sporadic and it may be more footage when we get back or on our way back, but that we'll be able to share just because of internet and power. You know how that, well, if you don't know how it is it's a little hide and go seekish out there. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm really excited to be having that. We have already an official headquarters in Sierra Leone, uh, with GRM-SL being the licensed tour company there. And if you guys don't know, you do need to go through a licensed tour company in order to get your citizenship. So you can go through us to help you with that process as well.
Absolutely.
But I'm really excited to be. Oh, it's just like, y'all, I haven't even been with this organization for a whole year yet, and we have moved
Right.
mountains, right?
Wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, you really just came in at the missing link in like
Yeah.
the young millennial energy that
Yeah.
that
We
we
were
really
saying
need.
that we need some young.
Yeah.
That,
Yes, cause
yeah,
I'm young,
you
but I
just
ain't really young. I'm not. I look young, but I ain't too young. I'm
You
in
do look
between.
young.
I'm
You in
yeah,
between.
young
I'm in
elder.
between.
Yeah, you
Huh?
a young elder.
Oh yeah, I'm a young elder. Yeah, I'm a young elder. So I'm kind of I'm no. So
Yeah.
um, I just
Hey,
I'm
hold
just
on.
astonished of what we've all accomplished and what we will accomplish because we still haven't
Yeah.
told everybody everything. There's still
Mm-hmm.
stuff that's
We our whole hand right now. At least not on this live, but we got some big things in store,
Yeah, we
y'all.
do.
And big things,
Yes, go ahead.
big things. Petition, petition, petition. We
woo,
Hey.
woo.
thinking Well, yeah, yesterday we hit 500 signatures.
Yes.
Oh, we're still pushing. I think last time I checked, we're at 520 now, which is fantastic.
What? Watch me
Uh,
gonna go like whoop
we
without
just
even.
just a huge thank you to everybody that signed,
Please. Thank
that
you.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank
yeah.
you so much.
that encouraged us. It's just, hey, y'all, just keep on pushing. So
Hmm.
we truly, truly appreciate it.
Right.
With that said, we were not just collecting signatures and email addresses.
Exactly.
There's a next step to this.
Hmm.
We're not going to reveal that right now,
Okay.
Right.
but stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Yes.
I don't
Yeah.
even think I know the
Seriously.
next steps, you know.
Oh, you know the next.
Might be something I don't know. Let me know.
Yeah. No, I mean it's so funny because
I am going to put my headset on, sorry.
yeah, it's so funny because I'm gonna be slightly petty, but
But
we had over like 3,000 views on the petition, right? However, we had to fight, push, tooth and nail to get the
Yeah,
signatures on the petition. So, it's just like obviously when you work in numbers, those of us, who work with numbers, we know that, that that's just the ratio. That's just what it is. However,
right.
it's just interesting that you would have 3,000 views on something, you know what I mean, and yet still fighting for those signatures, and yet we did it. And
mhm.
it's so funny
It
because it's
was
like
a
on the
fight. It was a fight.
it was a whole fight on the back end. We're like, whoa, everybody seems to be so wanting, this petition, but yet we're looking at like 2,000 people watching. It's like 300 signatures. And we're like, are you serious?
Yeah.
Right.
But it just goes to show, though, I'm even thankful for it. I'm thankful for it because it just goes to show that, what we are doing is destined already. We literally are just walking the
Absolutely.
path. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And it's just like moments like that. I knew we was going to hit it. We all knew we were going to hit it. It was just like to see it actually happen. It was like,
Yeah.
wow. You know
Yeah,
what
that
I
was
mean?
beautiful.
And now, before we even landed, it's just like,
I think we'll
yes.
I think we'll hit 600. I'm gonna call
Yeah,
it. I'm gonna say once we get to the
I'm telling
airport
you.
and I get on some good Wi-Fi in the
Yeah,
Airbnb,
right.
we'll be at 6. Think we'll be at 6.
Be at
So
700, like, oh my God.
yeah. So again, thanks everybody. It
Yes,
was
thank y'all.
a major milestone. So
This is the first time something like this has been even put in the works.
right.
Hmm.
Right, it's the very first time. So,
Yeah.
like I said, stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Much coming. I cannot believe that we're going to be in transit to Africa. Like I've
What?
never even been on an
Hmm.
international flight, so this
Me
is my
neither. This
first.
will be
Oh,
my
it's
first
both. It's
time.
both of your first times, right?
Look at Mr. Worldwide up there.
Oh no, I ain't,
You
no,
the
That,
excuse
oh, it's
us.
your first
I ain't
time?
trying to stunt. Ain't no stunt. We all travel with
Also,
it.
he like to
When
tell
we
us,
get
his
to
first
it,
international trip in '97.
it
You
was
know.
it was 99.
Oh, okay, 99. Okay, well,
Right.
excuse me.
Right.
99.
99. So anyway,
Y'all funny.
what else? Let's see what's going on in the chat. Anybody have any questions or
Right.
comments? We just kind of keeping it loose today.
Hmm.
Thought we'd come on and talk to you all one more time before we, fly out next week. Next week's gonna
Yeah,
be tight, so we won't be able to go live. Not
exactly.
not until we get in country. So if
Hmm.
Right.
anybody has any questions or comments, throw them in the chat.
Yeah. I'm excited about these beaches as well. Don't mean to
Man,
Come
be
listen,
on.
ratchet, but
I'm
I will be turning up on the beach.
tell
man.
Twerking in Atlantic.
I got the
Twerking in
push up.
Atlantic.
The push up plan is in effect. Get ready.
Well, look, the
I got
beach is gonna
abs
have
right
to get
there.
whatever body I get because I ain't been able to do no body maintenance. It's gonna get whatever I get. I ain't nothing tight. It's I mean, good thing that I just got an overall good physique, but it ain't finna be just
You
extra
good. You good,
beach
sis.
ready.
Just enjoy
I've been
enjoy
running
yourself.
heels.
Enjoy yourself. You live up on that mountaintop. We know you stay ready.
Well, I
Oh, I'm really excited though because the beaches look beautiful. It just,
yes,
the major
the
thing I'm really
vibe.
excited to feel though is the stress difference that everybody talks about. Everybody talks about how the stress being in America is different when you are out. of America, just like the
Yes.
difference. And that's what I'm really looking forward to seeing, feeling that difference too.
Hmm.
I'm
Absolutely.
not gonna want to leave. I already know I'm not gonna want to leave. Like as soon as I get back, the countdown starts.
And the
As soon as I get
food,
back, my son has to have his passport. Like
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I'm done with this. I don't think my son is be 13 before he's 18. Even before that, like I think we're gonna be living over there. Like I'm not gonna lose. I
Mm.
just we got to go. I can't
Yeah.
get. There's continually just murdering our babies. Like I'm
Yeah.
telling you, I'm blowing up, and we can leave this on live. I don't care what.
Mm.
Stop them. You can't give me $27 million for my daddy. You
Mhm.
kill my daddy. You can't give
Mhm.
me.
No.
You can't. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't give me no $1 million for my
Yeah, it's true.
child. We
True.
Right.
going to hell or we going to jail or
Hmm.
both. Yeah,
Exactly.
Hell
we
on
It's
going to
jail,
gonna
hell or
be
one of
jail.
one of
both.
So
right.
both somebody
Yeah.
somebody going with my loved one. I don't, we ain't
Mhm.
no say his name. I'm going straight.
You said we
Ogun,
ain't gonna say his
Ogun.
name.
I heard that.
Seriously though, it's just it's something that Chief said on the call once we were talking, and it really had me think, ooh, that's true. A lot of times we look into just our people right now. We look and we're like, oh, we're having such a financial revolution. Like all of us are entrepreneur, or not all of us, but a lot of us are entrepreneurs. A lot of us are, either heading down that path or we have other streams of income or all these things, and it's just like, oh yeah, we're really coming up because we're all making money. But it's like when you really look back at history, we've always made money. We've
Always.
always been the
Always
people,
made money. Yeah.
always off rip, right after enslavement. I read a book. It's called Think and Grow Rich, but it's a Black Choice by Dennis Kimbrough. All right, I'll be interviewing him soon.
Mm.
Professor Dennis Kimbrough
Okay.
at Clark Atlanta, right? He he talked about how it was like 6 millionaires a year after enslavement. A year after that, it was
Wow.
6 of us that were millionaires, and it was because we came here with all the knowledge. Then we cultivated that because wasn't nobody else working but us. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Nobody else
Right.
knew what we were. You know what I'm saying? The things that we knew, and so it was just like I look back on it, and I'm like, the real like shade on our eyes is the fact that is this narrative that we never had, and it's like, no, we've
Hmm.
always had,
Right.
always. You know
Right.
what I
And they've
mean?
always taken from us.
Hmm.
Right. And this comes to the second part. The thing is it's not really the financial revolution that will change it. It's when we start to realize that, okay, all of these resources that we've accumulated, how do we organize this to create power? Because when we have power, then no longer we can get shot down, and there are
Absolutely.
no
Word.
you know what I'm saying? It's
There you
like we
go.
look at money like it's the power, but really money is just a part of what you do to get that power. Like it,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Like they're shooting us and they're able to do these things because we don't have power. And
And
that's why we have so many high level people and this stuff still happens.
and just to add on to that, sis, if you got a bunch of individuals that have money, okay, that's great. But the
Mm-hmm.
power comes when we all come together
Yes,
as
sir.
a collective with our
Right.
money, with our knowledge, and all our other resources. That's when the
Mm-hmm.
power comes,
You already know. You know? And that's the thing. When that work can cover that distance, now we got power. And that
Hmm.
distance has to be us being organized. And that's why I'm so, what we are doing is just, it literally is us etching our story, in history, because it's like, man, what we're doing, I've never been a part of something to where like somebody that I grew up with, somebody I didn't grow up with is my family, and we're all connected. Some of us, we are like cousins because we have, we're Geechee, but some of us are not, you know what I mean? And
Right.
it's like, it's still like this tight knit no matter what, because we're Pan
Hmm.
African, you know what I mean? And it's just like us coming
Facts.
together and being organized and operating as one unit and getting things done like what we're doing right now. It's just like, this is power right here. These are
And
power
and ain't
moves
and
that we're
ain't and
taking.
ain't none of we ain't arguing about politics. We ain't arguing about
No,
religion. We all got one common
none of
goal, and we
that.
working towards that.
Period.
That's it.
You know.
I'm,
That's
I'm
it. We respect one another. you know? So it's just like,
And I
this is what we need.
love our elder structure. Like if
Yes, ma'am.
um, had a little situation, Ken, we got I was not understanding. I mean, I,
Don't put that out there, sis. It was funny though. I'm like, I woke up like, what the hell's going on in the chat?
but but on it, I was a little bit much. So the only reason why I brought it up because we have a way to dissolve conflict, and it's structured. And so once me and King was like, "Oh no, we're talking to the elder. This is because you're
Yeah.
insubordinate. You're insubordinate." So and I really was. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and so you just have to,
But
even though I
that's the
might
thing.
be
The
right,
whole
I don't.
family, it got settled amongst the
That's
whole
what
It got
family,
happens.
exactly,
which
Right.
was beautiful, right?
Mm-hmm.
that's the point. And so a
Yeah.
collective resolution, and we could all share um in that process. And I
Hmm.
think that's how it's supposed to be. Even the Bible says
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
if following with each other, and if y'all can't work it out, then you go to the elders and you bring the issue, and it's worked out. And so I
Right.
those type of values, if once reinstated into our communities, will strengthen as well. Because it's so
Yep.
distrust and everybody looking at each other and generations of family trauma. I know it's a lot of
Hmm.
trauma just in my own personal family. That and so multiply that by 40 million Black people. So we just
Right.
that we don't talk about, that we don't unpack, and
Hmm.
so that's one thing that I like about
Same.
our group, our mission, our community. That it's just multifaceted, and we want it's like soul food. It's just soul
Hmm.
food.
Yeah, it is. And oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I'm done. Go ahead.
I was just gonna agree with you. I totally agree with you because that's really necessary. You know, it's just like I think oftentimes people have this idea of just like as long as you never have any disagreements or whatever, everything is okay. And it's just
That's the
like
worst.
think about my brother. Like what are you doing? Like, off real, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that's my brother. I respect him. I
Mm.
talk to him a certain way. I bring things to him a certain way because of that respect. And we all operate like that. You know what I mean? Like, we address each other with titles that we've earned. We address each other and we respect each other's position and where we are. And
Right.
it's just like, that alone is something that, I think a lot of us that are in the organization, we grew up with similar values too,
Hmm.
and that helps because we all have that respect for our eldership and just for one another in general, and just certain things just GP rules, like you just certain
Right.
principle rules, like
Hmm.
However, it's beautiful to see, and then it's just like then to take that and then go to a whole new country and meet everybody and we all get to break bread with one another. Y'all know how that is. Like for us as our in our culture, breaking bread is very symbolic. So,
Hey, speaking of
you know.
breaking bread, what we gonna eat Thursday night, right?
Yo, okay, yes. That now
Because
you
I get
talking.
I get to the spot early, make
Okay.
sure everything is cool, and then you
Okay.
ladies get there. We gotta figure out
Yeah.
what we're gonna do for that first meal.
Hey, I just know I
So
want some fish. Anything with
same
fish.
here, same here.
Anything with some fish, okay?
Well, we could do that. Fish and
All right. We'll get something.
Yeah, because I'm looking, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I like to eat with my hands, like when it comes to fish.
I'm my hands out. What I'm gonna do, y'all? Because I've been having so many hands, y'all.
You
Hey,
just need to get
maybe
some
have
of
to get
that
you some
African
little
fish grease
gloves.
on it. That'll heal you right up. Get some of that
Right?
Salone fish grease up in there. You'll be good to
Right.
go.
Hey, sis, I don't mind cutting it up for you, if you need it. I got you on it.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey,
Sister
Chief said
Anita,
he was.
we so wish you could join us. Oh, Chief wants to hop on. I'm messaging
What were you saying, Sister Ebony?
now. Chief, she's saying Chief wants to come on. I just messaged him
Okay.
back.
Okay, cool.
Excuse me. No, I was saying. Sister Anita, we so wish you could make this trip with us.
Yeah.
But you'll be there soon enough, sis.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You will be.
Go ahead and
Ev,
get it.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, he'll be a few minutes. Everybody
Okay.
who just joined, thanks for joining.
Yeah.
I think you know who this is, Gullah Leone Union. And we're just it's kind of freestyling it today,
Yeah.
talking about our upcoming trip. We'll be in Sierra Leone next week, Thursday, and
Mhm.
very excited. Very
I
excited.
will. I do want to say this, everybody. Please, you can support us. You know, you can support the trip by getting these shirts. The link is in the bio. Y'all know I'm gonna be on that. So the link is in the bio. You
The
can get
link is
these
in the
shirts.
bio.
Every shirt purchase goes directly to helping us be able to do what we're doing in the villages, helping to create development and sustainability in Sierra Leone, in Freetown. So guys, like, just know that if you buy one shirt, just one, even one shirt, you just helped us be able to complete farming, develop wells, and all of the different road work, everything that we are structuring and doing, and all the projects that we have going, you will be participating directly in that.
Absolutely. And 100% of the proceeds go towards our initiatives. It doesn't come to us. Ain't nobody paying their
Yes.
car note,
Right.
buying pens and
No.
pencils and all this nonsense. And
Mm-mm.
we actually show you what we're doing with the money.
Mm-hmm.
So whether you buy a t-shirt, a hoodie, or if you
Yep.
donate to our fundraiser,
Yes.
check the
Yes.
link in our bio. We have our
Yes.
fundraiser set up on Donor Box. You can
Mm-hmm.
help support our Tools and Seeds program. We also have our Be Clean uh, hygiene and education program. So if you
Mm-hmm.
haven't already, please check out those links. Hit the link tree in our profile, and yeah, please support. And
And
our good brother will be on in a couple of minutes. So stay
Okay.
tuned, everybody. Sister Ebony, sorry to cut you off. What were you saying?
I was gonna say we're gonna have some sponsorship as well for the launch of the ATV, right?
Yes, that is something that we're working on so that we can, offer sponsorships to people. Um, we talked about doing a mural at the ADV, which stands for the African Diaspora Village. Ooh, sis, you got a lot of background noise there.
What about now?
Okay, that's fantastic. Sorry about that. Yeah, yeah. So as we mentioned earlier, we're going to be uh, doing the official launch of our office, ADV, the African Diaspora Village, based right in Freetown, Sierra Leone. And we are working on some sponsorship opportunities. We're talking about, maybe doing a mural there, potentially a plaque as well. Also, a plaque for the historic King Jimmy Marketplace. It's kind of sad that, as historic as that place is, there's really no identifying markers or anything. So something that we're working on is, establishing a plaque to help identify that area. So stay tuned for some sponsorship opportunities in the future.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just so excited to learn more about Sierra Leone. Um,
Oh, Sister John, left. Oh, okay.
well, she'll be back. Hopefully she'll be back.
She up on that mountaintop. So,
Right.
yeah. Let's see. Uh-oh, I can't see my see, this happens sometimes when
Mm-hmm.
I can't invite.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited as well. I'm so excited. Um, I just think
Okay.
just do if everybody, every black person, every African American had the chance to just go to Africa, right?
Hmm.
I don't think, I'm not saying that um solve anything, but just personally, me, since I've been able to just travel, because before a few years ago, um, I hadn't only been to maybe 4 or 5 states, and so I
Mm.
travel, and so when you only see your surroundings, it's hard to imagine and to expand your
You got to get
thinking.
off the block. Yeah, that's
Got
the thing. You got to get off the block. There you go.
all right. Got
Okay.
back
All
on.
right. Yeah, you good. Okay, okay. We're still waiting for Chief to come into the building. Yeah, sis, I tell you, Eb, I mean, traveling changed my life for real. Oh, your phone died? Okay. No, yeah, it really changed my life. So
Uh,
I encourage everybody if and it doesn't have to be a huge trip. You know, I know
Mhm.
Africa is a big trip for a lot of people. You know, it's not
Mhm.
cheap, can't
Mhm.
front, you know, but for those that are willing to go to Paris or Europe or uh some other place, consider Africa. Hello.
Mhm.
just
Mhm.
consider.
Yeah, consider where your people are at. Don't be
Yeah,
scared.
because it's
Don't be
dirty in
scared.
Paris too.
You look at all
So.
the crime. Yeah, you're right. Trust me.
Right.
Paris is dirty. You know, don't worry about somebody kidnap you. The Boko Haram is not at the airport. That ain't gonna
Real talk.
happen.
But you know what?
So,
Speaking of traveling though, I, you're right. I was a biomechanics trainer for at least over 5 years, and before I fired myself from my own company, before I did that, I actually traveled to California. I was going from Florida, and I traveled to California, and I went to Seattle, and then I went to Utah. I went to
oh
a few
wow,
different
okay.
places. It was just like
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, the Ebb done stepped into the disco.
To do that. A lot of times.
Oh, no sound, no sound from who? Sister Anita? I can hear Sister Johnielle. I can hear Eb. Hey, Eb, say something.
Hello, hey, can you
Hey,
hear me?
yes, I can hear you. Yes. Yep, I can hear everybody. Sister Anita, you may want to I'm not sure if you can hear me. You may want to go out and come back in.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes look, y'all, I'm over here doing, I'm over
Well,
here with
do,
my
do you do your thing. Do your thing, Eb.
hand.
Uh, All right.
I am
Let's
just
see what else.
to
You know
be
what else? You know what else is cool? Somebody,
you
go
know, go.
ahead, sis. You got it. You go first. No, someone had a question in the chat. Yeah, there's a really bad delay. All right, all right. I'm the oldest. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. So TMC Logistics One asked, "Where did you go in Africa?" Uh, so she hasn't gone yet, but Ebony will be in Sierra Leone next week with myself and Sister Johnielle and a few of our other Gullah Leone Union executive members.
yes, yes. We are going to see on for 8 days, 7 days.
So is 8 full days? It'll be
Yeah.
8 full days, about 9 days, 8 9 days. Yep.
I'm so excited. I'm just. It
Y'all,
seems
I'm gonna
like
just
it.
let y'all know I'm gonna be eating so much.
Oh, I'm gonna get my grub on.
What were you saying, sis? I apologize.
Oh no, go ahead. No, no, no,
It
no, no,
was
no.
a, it
I'm
was
just.
a, just a little delay.
Yeah, I'm just excited to meet y'all. And yeah, I'm gonna be eating with you.
Yes.
And I want some clothes. I don't know. I just want.
Yes, I'm excited about the clothes too.
Yeah, we're gonna have a real good shopping day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's definitely on the itinerary. One other thing that's cool is we'll be there for Independence Day. So
Yes.
I know it's going, it's already Ramadan. It'll be Ramadan when we're there, and things are more low key
Mhm.
Right.
during Ramadan. But I'm still, yeah, I'm interested to see what Independence Day is going to be like. That's one Independence Day I don't mind celebrating. You dig?
Yeah, that's true.
Because I don't, yeah, I'll leave it like that.
So it's be the end
Is that
of
what?
Sierra Leone Independence Day.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
actually going to be the 60th year.
Oh,
60th,
wow.
60th anniversary.
So they're in
Yes,
from France or Britain? Which one?
Britain, Britain.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's only been 60 years, and my dad is 56 or 55. So
Think about that, right?
Right?
wow,
Hmm.
that's
Yeah, my pops is 69, so when he was a child,
Mm.
they were still under British colonial rule, you know?
oh wow. So it's
Hmm.
just oh Lord, we're gonna get free, y'all. I'm telling
Sorry about
Right?
that. So we
It's like,
you, we're gonna get free.
damn.
'Cause
Absolutely.
we don't even
Absolutely.
know that we in a what do you call it? I don't even know the word I want to use, but it's not a democracy. But um, anyway, we are moving forward. We're actually doing the things and taking the necessary steps
Mhm.
to move our individual communities forward.
Hmm.
Our
Hmm.
organizations and also the the, the community, the continent, and so.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, no, we just lean the way. We want to partner. We want to support. Because I think
Mhm.
a lot of times, I guess maybe in this Pan African movement or anything that we're trying to accomplish, that everybody got to agree. You know,
Yeah.
no, I don't have to agree. But we all do need to be on the same code. We all need to have the same, uh, uh, mission and goal. And in my
Right.
mind, to get us all free, so that we all free.
Mhm. I agree. I think it's like people think that unity means that we have to agree on everything.
Right.
And I think it really is like those foundational principles that we need to agree on so that we can move forward. You know what I mean? Because it's like at the end of the day, oftentimes I hear people say, oh, well, if everybody was just Muslim, or if everybody was just this, or if everybody was just that, then we could do that. Or they try to say, well, until people do this according to their religion and nothing, and it's just like, but when has the world ever been like that? Like
Never.
we we can celebrate our differences and at the same time find the common ground that allow us to be able to coexist with one another. And I think that not think I know that being liberated truly in every sense of the way, not just from chattel slavery, however, being able to practice our own culture, being able to be able to give a price for our resources, you know
Right.
um, which is a lot of people don't know, that they're not aware that still a lot of the colonialism in the continent is the colonists or the colonizers saying, hey, we are going to pay this price for your resource, and
Hmm.
it's still a form of financial enslavement, which
Right.
is like the biggest thing right now. And this is why what we're doing is so important, because it's helping to free us from that, just by simply saying, what do we have right now? What can we do? Like, how do we need to build this so that we don't have to even be pressed with that other stuff? So,
Right. Hmm.
Right.
That's it.
Um,
Let's
because
see
it's
what's going on. Going
all
on in the
of
chat.
course, I don't want to necessarily get on the ADOS thing, but like um, reparations.
hmm
Hmm.
Why? I forget who I was exactly talking to, but that's just like for instance, Reggie, I owe you, or you owe me $100, or no, I owe you $100.
That sounds better.
No,
right.
I
Go
do owe
ahead.
you. I do.
No, you don't. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I'm
And I,
sorry. Go ahead.
dang, let me get my. Anyway, I owe you $100,
Right.
but I see that you are on drugs, whatever, and you will be irresponsible. Even though I owe you $100, I'm just not finna go give you your $100. right? Give or take. Because that has happened.
Yeah.
That
Right.
has happened. So this is in regular relationships.
Right.
Right now, today, you can, you see what I'm saying? So, next to somebody who can whole race of people they owe us, and they just gonna give us it back.
Yeah. Right.
No. Let me ask a question. Let's be, and I know this is kind of a really kind of wild hypothetical, but if the roles were reversed
Okay.
and we had the power, right? Whatever we had, they kind of mindset for, just play along with me. Would we give it back?
Not willingly.
Not
Let's just be
willingly.
honest.
Would we make things even? I don't think so.
No.
So
Not at
as
all.
much as I want this bag, and if it ever comes to that, bam, I'll put up my PayPal. They can hit me, and then we're done.
Yeah.
But I'm all about like, okay, what can we do now,
Absolutely.
collectively, right? Because up until now, a lot of us have just been kind of moving in our own little bubbles and just,
Right.
Okay, all right.
Chief getting on.
Hold on, y'all. Showtime now.
Let's go. Let me see if I
Let's
can turn
see.
this thing on.
All right.
Oh my God.
Okay, let's see.
Greetings, Cushell.
Yeah, Couché, how y'all doing?
Big bro, how you doing?
Cool, man. Respect. How y'all doing?
Oh, we're good. We're doing good.
Y'all here busting it up.
Yeah.
We just rap. It's kind of freestyling a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So excited. We just happy.
You gotta be. You come to the Salone. There's only one Salone in the world, man. I'm telling you. For the people out there that like real things, one thing about Sierra Leone is it's real, whether it's good or bad. If it's good, it's real. If it's bad, man, it's real.
It's real bad.
You know? So you at least have to respect the honesty of the situation. And I'm with all the shits, so to speak. The good, the bad, and the ugly, man. You have to be able to embrace all of that in order to really even live, or you just fake it yourself.
Right.
So it's not about bad being there, and bad is a thing where you ask different people their opinion about something, and they're gonna have differences of opinions on it. Some gonna say it's good, some gonna say it's bad. So that's always an argument. But when you're talking about mass poverty at the extermination level, then I think we all can say that's bad. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about massive youth employment, young people having babies like nothing now, boom, 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 fast, and there's nothing there. There's nothing there to sustain them, nothing there for their children. And I grew up watching the dollar a day joints. You know what I mean? Save a child. And naturally, my conscience is like, yo, here. I want to offer bread to the TV screen.
Right.
Naturally, hey, eat my bread. But we know now that was all some bamboozle. We know now that they was basically demonizing our image and monopolizing off of our poverty, man. They was getting money off our poverty.
Right.
And one thing that drives me is that we ain't doing that. One thing that drives me is that when it comes to Gullah Leone Union, we show you it all. And
transparency.
Not only do we show you the bad things, we talk about them openly, the things to look out for. You know what I'm saying? Not only in Sierra Leone, but in your life. Sister Jonielle, Sister Lola, she do a lot in a lot of areas, man, teaching people how to, fix their credit, educating people about the reality, the dangers, the pros and cons of different lifestyles, different ways of eating, different ways of treating yourself. We're all at different levels and layers of our healing process. You know what I'm saying? So we do a lot more than just offer information about Sierra Leone. It's just that Sierra Leone is what we all share in terms of a goal. We all want to reach this point. We're all not here yet, but we all want to reach this point where at least we can operate smoothly with our people, at least somewhere in Africa. A lot of us is looking for somewhere in Africa for it to be real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it don't matter. It don't matter what country, what neo-colony. You know, it doesn't matter what former colonizer was here or what language the people speak. It's the conditions. It's the heart. It's the reality of being able to work with people that we can work with. You know, sometimes we so eager to work with people, man, we just jump into relationships that they ain't workable. But then again, just like in life, you know, if you're chasing a loved one, chasing romance, or you want a husband or a wife or a boyfriend or a girlfriend or something like that, significant other, it has to complement. You know what I'm saying? It has to be something where both parties involved feel like the love is mutual, the respect is mutual, and all that stuff. And that always takes time, especially when you're dealing with groups of people. And so I think that we're taking a very mature approach to, let me say, what would you call it? I don't know. We shooting our shot, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
Right, there you go.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we done size up the situation. We done size each other up. We done say, man, this thing is real. And now, we going for the gusto because there really ain't nothing else for us to do. Like, what would, like what would you do in our shoes and know that we going to fulfill that? Because we consider that we're representing more than just ourselves in this movement. Ain't none of us big-headed like, yo, I'm the leader, I'm the best at this, best at that. We're actually a collective of people that's tired of that kind of stuff and having to deal with it when we're actually trying to give our lives to our ancestors and descendants benefits. It's difficult to be serious in a funny world, man. You know, people like comedy. So what we're doing, man, is so amazing. Y'all coming here as honorary guests. Y'all coming here as executive board members. Y'all represent a delegation that has never been formed, that has never stepped foot on the continent for this purpose. And, you know, we blazing trails. There's times where you can say, I like to be humble. You know, I don't like to give myself too much pride. But sometimes, man, that should be insecurity. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I play basketball. I'm not naturally an arrogant person that walks around bold, but when I'm balling on the court, if I dunk on you,
you gonna know.
You gonna know that.
Everybody's gonna know.
Right.
And it's only 2 points. It's only the same 2 points. But if I do it to you, my reaction, the crowd reaction gonna be different. And you know, for us it's like, man, you know, we gotta catch this alley-oop. The ancestors threw us an alley-oop. And if we don't collectively catch it and do damage to the backboard, then maybe we should step aside and let somebody else try.
Nah, we breaking the glass.
No, Daddy, you know that ain't happening. Yeah, okay, she's back.
All right.
Yeah, back in the house.
Hey.
You all right?
I'm sorry, y'all.
All right.
Do your thing. So, Chief, I don't know how long you've been on, but, you know, we just been kind of freestyling today, talking to the people about the trip. We sent a huge thank you to everybody for signing the petition. You know, we hit 500. We hit that was a major milestone. I'm sitting looking at the petition now. We're at 520. So let's keep pushing. I'm calling it. I think by the time we hit the ground, we'll be at 6. Just putting it out there. And as I mentioned earlier, we are not just collecting names and signatures. There is a next step in this process. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what? Let me tell you this, bro. Just in my own little experience, man, I've signed so many petitions. Man, I've signed petitions for the freedom of Mumia Abu Jamal. I've signed
Me too.
prisoners, for justice, for that, for this and that. And I never do it expecting anything in return. It's not even like a loyalty thing. It's like a conscience thing. Like,
Right.
yo, it moved me. This is real. Let me put my voice there. And you know, what we're requesting is real. You know,
it is.
It's a real request. Now, some people would say that, well, you're just a group. You don't have the right to request that for the whole of everybody. But actually, it would take a group to at least open the conversation. It would be inappropriate for an individual to open that conversation, but a well-organized group that understands the narrative, understands the rights, understands that we are already fully committed to being a part of Sierra Leone's future development and advancement.
Right.
If that means 30 years, 40 years, we're going to be involved.
Right.
So that's already a commitment that I know that we, Gullah Leone Union, are fully committed to. And so it's just that other people don't know that yet, you know. But in time, there will be no doubt about it. So for now, the petition, definitely shout out to everybody who signed it, man. Don't ever underestimate how much you can change the world in less than 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And it is a world changer. It's a world changer because Sierra Leone is the only country that's really approaching or even having this dialogue with the diaspora, this exchange in this kind of way. I really love and appreciate what Ghana does too, because Ghana is more Pan-Africanized. They're like, man, I don't care what side you come from, just come, you know, meet our requirements, live free. And that shit is beautiful, man. It's just so beautiful for that to actually be an option on the table. For those of us that can discipline ourselves financially, discipline ourselves mentally, you know, and actually come home with a plan, with a master plan, you know, a way to come back and be an asset. So, you know, but here in Sierra Leone, it's the heritage. People are coming back because they got a heritage connection.
Right.
Gullah Geechees are coming back because we've been coming back for the last almost 30 plus years, 32, 33 years. And there has to be an expectation at the end of it, you know, especially when, you know, when the first group of Gullah Geechees came back to Sierra Leone in 1989, I was 10 years old. I'm 42 years old right now. You know, I wasn't old enough to be involved in that. I was living in South Carolina at that time. But I wasn't old enough to be involved with all of that. I didn't understand that. I didn't begin to dig up and understand and appreciate who I was until I started losing loved ones. I'm like, oh, you know, you get to meet different people at funerals and you get to, you know, and for me, I'm the kind of dude that I want to know. What you mean? Like, I don't want to just live and not know that kind of information. Who the fuck am I? You know, excuse my language, but you know, who am I? Where do I come from? What's my pedigree? You know? And that's very important, especially if you're a father, especially if you're passing your pedigree down, especially if you're a mother, you passing your pedigree down, you should know it. That should be a priority.
Right.
And so, you know, our connection here is real. It's so real. And I think that people may have had that in mind earlier to say, hey, man, you know, eventually we're going to get some citizenship. You know, eventually we're going to at least request it, you know, or earn it. There's a way you can earn respect, you know, earn your rights. If that's what needs to happen, because, you know, how does this government know who they can work with and not work with? How do these people know who they can work with and not work with unless they work with you first?
Right.
And so at least we got the track record of work. No one asked us to come here and serve. We voluntarily come here and serve with or without anyone's support. And so this movement is so organic and natural that we should be able, I wish we would turn it into a superfood. You know what I'm saying? But we can't. You know, it's a real organic thing, in the sense that in 2 minutes, any person who signed that petition has become one of hopefully many more that has allowed their voices to be recorded in the annals of our story as being among those who've seen that Gullah Geechee people actually do have a right. Maybe nobody was presenting it. Maybe nobody cares about it, you know, but I believe that being what we put together, our presentation, our approach, our drive and determination to reach that number, you understand? That's a demonstration of efforts that you can't get every day.
Right.
I've been a part of starting petitions. Man, you get 20 signatures, man. Ain't nobody don't care about that.
Right.
You know, because you got to market your cause just like you market your business. You know, you got to make sure that it has a quality. And you know, definitely Baba Reggie, Baba Singbe, and Sister Minister Lola, y'all been putting it down. Out there, hey, look, if y'all watching the videos, y'all watching Gullah House Media, it's the team right here, man. Y'all watching Gullah Leone, y'all watching Gullah Leone, right here on IG. This the team right here, man. You know, so and that's what it's all about: working together, bringing your talents to the table. It ain't about money, guys. We passed that level.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Power moves.
Definitely, you know, it's all or nothing right now. You know, it's clutch time. You know, we're not in the first quarter, man. We're running out of time.
Right.
And we got to come back because our whole generation got chokeslammed. Our whole generation got chokeslammed fresh out the womb. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, that's what we're trying to heal from psychologically. Like, y'all really did that to us? Like, we just realizing it now? We 40 years old, realizing what you did to me at 5 years old in elementary school.
Right.
I can't do nothing about it. And my child is grown. I can't even rescue him from. You mean to tell me? And so that creates rage. Understanding that they got out on you. It might be too late for you. You know, they probably already gave you the sickness that you're gonna die from. You know, you never know what it is. And so, just living with that, knowing that we are literally an oppressed people. We're not poor. Of course, we're Africans. We can argue that back and forth. Some will say, well, y'all don't got money. But that's not the only indicator of poverty and wealth. But nobody can deny and say that African people aren't oppressed on this earth for being Africans, for being nothing but black.
That's it.
For being nothing but who we are born. And there's no other form of oppression worse than that. If it is, prove it. Show it. Prove it. And so the reality is that anything that we're doing to reconnect Africans in the diaspora with the continent is already something that is blessed, because there hasn't always been a time when we could do it like this. We can just sit on IG and talk about it like this. You know what I'm saying? Y'all about to be here next week. It's about to go down, all the way down.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like this for our parents.
Right.
But it's like that for us. So just imagine what it's going to be like for our children and our grandchildren. That's what we're supposed to be thinking about right now.
Yes.
You know? But the trauma makes you keep thinking about what you've been through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the healing removes that from you. You forgive yourself, you forgive life for beating you up.
Right.
You forgive the creator, you forgive your parents. And at the end of the day, you got a clean slate. You move forward with a righteous path. And so I think that what we're doing is all indicative of us having gone through some transformations. You know, when I watch Baba Singbe, I'm like, yo, to live in Japan all them years, I'm saying, like,
fire, yeah.
Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't do it. Like, I mean, you know, wow, it's impressive. You know, we have a dynamic staff, and I believe that more and more people, as they learn more and more about who we are by our action. Even those who might be on the fence, those who might have heard some rubbish or whatever, you know, we've been bamboozled so many times by so many people. I don't blame them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly don't. That's why I take my
Yeah.
time and just do it right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't blame my people for being distrustful of each other. That's stupid. Why would I? I understand. I got the same issues too. You know what I'm saying? So that's part of the trauma. That's part of the healing. And this process allows us to address that. It also helps us to gain confidence. Even if the Sierra Leone government, at the end of the day, reviews our request and says, we reviewed it, your case is strong, but nah, I swear to God, I'm cool with that. I just feel like somebody should have did that long before we got here.
Well, that's what I was going to say. We
You know what
made
I'm saying?
history by actually doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
because it hadn't been done.
Right.
You understand? If there's a group of Gullah Geechee descendants who have ever organized themselves as well as we are organized at the international level,
Right.
and have single-handedly, without outside support, basically paved our own way, built our own bridge. And we're already years and years and years into the developments that we've been bringing back to the continent. And so when you talk about credibility, you know, you just hating on us if we ain't got no credibility at this point.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And to confuse it as a one-man show, chief, nah. That just means you don't know my team, because my team is brilliant. You know what I'm saying? Like that means you just see me as some masterminding brain, but the reality is that the blood in our veins is what we born with. Ain't no way my mama a Geechee ain't no Geechee. Ain't no way my granddaddy Geechee ain't no Geechee.
Facts.
I don't care if I'm born on the sun.
Exactly.
Right.
And I mean that's the reality, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A Zulu is a Zulu no matter where a Zulu was born.
Facts.
So why does the double standard come in when it's us?
Right.
And why does that come from inside of our community?
Right. That part.
You know, that's the
We hear you.
Yeah.
We hear you, Sister Kenya. We hear you.
Kusel?
Yeah, that's it. Hey, look, that's the wow.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And y'all know, you know, there's a lot of things we can talk about, but I did want to talk about this as well. First of all, definitely shout out to everybody who signed the petition.
Yes.
On behalf of the Gonona community, on behalf of Gullah Geechee people all around the world, those who know and those who don't know, you know what I'm saying? Know that we take this step with everybody's best interest in mind. We are not opposed to any group just for the sake of being opposed to any group. We have never been that. Come on, man, we too cool for that, man. Who you see as disrespected? But disrespect happens, and we've been venting for the last few weeks. I know we're here talking about a dynamic trip to Sierra Leone. You know, I just can't wait, but at the same time, because we keep it real, the people also might need some explanation for some of the activities that was going on with us, man. Because, you know, let's talk about Gullah Geechee identity and rights for a little bit. You know, what does it mean for Gullah Geechees to get citizenship in Sierra Leone? Who the hell are the Gullah Geechees? What make them so special? You know? And we can tell people over and over how we feel about it. But at the end of the day, do they know? Do they accept it? Do they embrace the fact that we exist?
Yeah.
You know? And most of the time, it's just something to talk about, another group to talk about. You know? But inside, I believe that something historic is happening. And I always relate history to spirituality because I truly believe in divinity. I truly believe that destiny is divine. You know, I mean, we can make some decisions and feel like, you know, liberal as hell. But when you think about it, man, an honest person got to be humble enough to accept the fact that we don't control it all. It ain't, you know, it's no man is an island. You know what I'm saying? And we have to coexist within the same environments. And so just having that whole collective understanding, man. We had a situation with hearing about slanderous information passing around. And, you know, not even, man, I don't even like saying all this shit, man, but I'm going to do it because, you know, we
Hey, man,
recorded.
if it's on your spirit, go ahead, brother. It's all good.
So we've been organizing since 2015 under the name the Gullah Nation of North America. It's a name that I coined. I coined the name. I was already here in Sierra Leone. You know, it ain't something that started in America. You know, I was one among others who felt as though the Gullah Geechee movement in general, the population, is so dispersed right now. And all of the efforts to preserve the culture and the identity is concentrated within a specific region, our homeland territory. But I believe that there's so many more outside of that territory that are not being recognized, and even when they reclaim their identity, are not being accepted by some people. They like to give you a second-class standard. You know, you're not just a Geechee, you a come here. You understand? And so one is hurtful to have people like that out there. And secondly, it's enraging at the same time because those of us who really study and know who we are, to have to go through a process where people doubt you and play games with your identity, man, it's infuriating.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we actually take the time to know. You know what I'm saying? I know the average don't take the time to know, but we do. You know what I'm saying? And so, of course, back then, in 2015, myself, a group of elders, my wife, other young people who were Gullah Geechee people and was, you know, trying to find a way to fit into what else was going on in that little world. And man, we ran into a lot of hostility early on just because we wanted to claim to be Gullahs.
Right.
And it was surprising because where it was coming from. You know, it was very surprising because it's coming from the likes of Queen Quest, the Gullah Geechee Nation. You know, it's coming from the likes of, you know, other elders. You know that's, you know that support her position. We tried our best to try to like at least open up a friendship. They gotta be, you know, they gotta be my girlfriend. You know, you know, and we should be for the sake of the people.
Right.
But originally, it didn't start with me being no chief. It started with me being an international ambassador because I was already here in Sierra Leone, kicking off organizing with Basani. And so I was already in position doing the work already. And so, of course, we modeled ourselves after a traditional community within Africa so that when we approach Africans, they understand our language, they understand our structures because they have them as well. We didn't want to be foreign to Africa in our approach, in our return to Africa. If in Sierra Leone, everyone knows what a paramount chief is. They know what a sectional chief is. They know what a village chief is. They know what a headman is. They know what a mommy queen is. You understand? They know what their elders councils are. You know, and in Sierra Leone, that's the third level of government. That's the local level of government. It's not city councils in the village. It's chieftaincies. You understand?
Right.
And so living here and being exposed to the culture and how our people organize themselves for self-determination inspired the way that we decided to organize Gunona. Now, Gunona was formed to be a community, not an NGO or a nonprofit organization or nothing like that. Essentially to be a community. And when I say community, what I mean is that you have certain rights, certain human rights, certain civil rights. And one of them is the right to association. Now, that means that you have a right to associate any way you want, anywhere you want. And so, as Gullah Geechee descendants, we decided to associate as Gullah Geechee descendants and form an unincorporated association to start with. And an unincorporated association is a legal thing. The only difference is that an incorporated entity creates a separate body from the actual membership, and it has its own, body, what you call it, juristic person. It's his own self, But when it's unincorporated, we all bear the brunt.
Mm-hmm.
We got full liability. Liability ain't limited. If we're doing something wrong, then you can just jam me up. You ain't got to worry about going through no organization or nothing. So we took on the full responsibility. We took on the full liability of forming this association. And we went through a process, man. We created a radio show at one time under the first Paramount Chief, Harold Hillary. Rest in peace. He's no longer with us. Mm-hmm. But during his reign, during his time, he was able to start certain energy, certain momentum in the corridor that people started asking, who is this Gullah Nation of North America?
Right.
And it got to the point that I had to do a radio interview from Africa. Because I could explain it better than even he could explain it, to be honest with you. I'm the only person who never actually was recruited to Gunona. I never joined it. I founded it. I envisioned it. But I didn't just take it like a cult and say, oh, I got this. It's a one-man army. I didn't do that. I followed tradition. Went back and organized elders. Went back and got some youth involved. We all came together and went through a whole process of getting to know, just like we do. Y'all know how we do. And at the end of the day, we came with a constitution that formed a system of governance for our community. Whereas we have, of course, we have to have a head or a leader of our community. You got to have an executive head. But since it's a community and we're reclaiming our African roots and we're duplicating the modern African system, then we have the Paramount Chief. The Paramount Chief is someone who, even in Sierra Leone, has to be elected by the people first. Even though there might be some rituals, some coordination, some certain things that have to happen to make you authentic, an election takes place first. The people choose out of candidates. They say, this is the one. Here in Sierra Leone. And so what we chose is that we will have a Paramount Chief. They will sit down for 10 years at a time and basically serve in that capacity. Now in Sierra Leone, they have what they call one word, the one word principle. That means that when you're dealing with people, especially outside of the community, there's only one word that really matters at the end. That's the chief's word. And the chief is an equal. He's an equal. He's not superior. He's equal he's the first among equals. He has the word among the equal. It's like when the European came and they would say, show me your leader. And the Africans would take him to the equivalent of a chief. Say, this is the person who we choose, and this is the person who we coronated. This is our chief. And whatever he says is the word. Now, it don't mean that he's a dictator, because he got his elders council. He can't make no decisions that's going to impact the whole community without consulting the elders council. They got veto power. They can kill his ass and elect somebody else. What you talking about? So the chief got to stay straight. He can't. He got to be straight up. That's why you got to have a certain character to even be in that position. You got to be honest. You got to be straightforward. You can't be afraid or ashamed to talk the truth. And you got to be able to try to be just. You know, you got to think twice as much as you talk. Even though I'm a talker, I actually think twice as much. I actually listen twice as much as well. I just do it rapidly. You understand? And so Harold became the first chief. I was the Sun International Ambassador. Only 15 days after founding the community, we launched what is now the Gullah Redemption Mission Sierra Leone. It started with my first visit, my welcome home to my adopted village, where our reunion, and I've been a taxpaying member, and I received my coronation there in recognition to my election in Grenona.
And just to add to that, if y'all haven't already, go to our YouTube. You can actually see that ceremony when our brother Chief was, had his coronation. You don't want to miss that. So go to Gullah House Media and check that out.
It's not a game. It's not a game, man. I'm a repatriated, so that means they must know me. You know what I'm saying? They must know me. I'm not paying for that. I'm not asking for that. And so we begin to do these projects, y'all. We begin to kick the game. Grenona was over there at the Unincorporated Association. While we get things together, we still want to get more elders involved. We still wanted to, get some strength. And so Basani, at the time, the Black Star Action Network International, we were already registered here in Sierra Leone, doing community-based organizing. And so the community and Basani joined up so that we can implement the GRM-SL. And so under that relationship, we kicked off the Clean campaign. We kicked off Tools and Seeds. You know what I mean? We responded to the mudslide. You know what I'm saying? We continued the campaign during Ebola, post-Ebola.
Right.
So we've done a lot of work under the context of the Gullah Redemption Mission Sierra Leone as a full union before we actually formalized the union. So we incorporated everybody now. So now the Unincorporated Association, which I had as the paramount chief since 2018. Now I was appointed anonymously, and it was unanimously. I'm sorry, I said anonymously. Yeah. Unanimously.
You know how to get that.
Get that right.
Yeah, it's been nice.
Yeah, get him straight, sis.
And so what happened is that the first paramount chief passed away. Unfortunately, it didn't take long. He was only living maybe 9 months, a year and some change. It was only maybe like a year and some change. He didn't live too long, but he got it going. He was able to get a little radio program going in the corridor. He was able to start reaching out, trying to get members, trying to get elders on board. And to be honest, man, he was faced with a lot of opposition. You know what I mean? And I think that it started to get to him to where he had to get bold with it. And he got out of pocket, y'all. He got out of pocket. And it was a collective thing we were trying to build, not something for a selfish person to take and run away with. And he tried us. And it's sad, but we didn't even know it until last year. You know what I'm saying? All this time, we was, bah. And last year, we come to find out, man, this dude stuck, he stuck the knife in our back. And left me for dead. He gave me the case, And that's why people have been actually targeting me and throwing shit around on me, when the reality is that we ain't been doing nothing but righteous work. And even though he was the chief, he was recruited, and we elected him. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't a selfish thing. We've always been an association. You know what I'm saying? Guarded by an internal constitution that keeps us together. That's our formal aspect. That's all you need to be a legal unincorporated association. And so, let me say we've always been legal, first of all. But in 2019, we decided to institutionalize. We was capacity building. We wanted to get back on the right track. After Harold died, briefly we tried with a sister named Giovanni Richardson from South Carolina. She came on board through Brother Harold. She was supposed to serve as the Minister of Commerce. Me and her had a lot of conversations about doing business between Sierra Leone and the corridor. And, you know, I was just serving in my capacity as ambassador, you know. But myself and other elders, Baba Jamu, people like Kenya, who's also a founding member, been in the community from day one, we came together and was like, well, for the best interest of everything, maybe it'd be good to just move forward with the sister, Giovanni. She lived in South Carolina. You know, Harold died trying to give us a presence there, and Harold introduced us to her. So we was like, okay, no problem. We didn't see anything wrong with that. And again, we didn't know how Hillary's treachery then. We didn't realize what he was telling people. We didn't realize what he was saying. We didn't know his slander. We didn't know he was trying to steal the organization and claim credit for everything. We didn't have no idea about that. And so we accepted her and embraced her and was like, well, sis, you know, it's not a gender thing. I don't want to be the chief. You know, I'm in Africa. That's the reason why we chose someone in the corridor. You understand? And so, you know, we did the thing. We elected her. And I'm telling you, man, if you ain't got a big enough head, man, this thing will drown you out. You know? The sister immediately, well, after a little bit of time, she would ask for information, contact the Sierra Leoneans, this, that. And I even connected her with Sierra Leoneans down there. You know what I mean? At one point. She didn't know them, she met them, and before I knew it, they were the best of friends, you know? At the end of the day, she actually, and I'll go on record saying this because we can prove it, we have absolute evidence of it. She literally went to our Secretary General at the time, an elder named Bonnie Jones. She's a Gullah Geechee from Georgia, lives in Arizona. If Giovanni's watching this, she knows I'm saying the truth. We caught her literally trying to create paperwork in the name of the Gullah Nation of North America as something that she would have control over. And the elder blew the whistle. The elder was like, nah, Chief, I can't watch her do this. And so we called a General Assembly and we got everybody who was on board at the time whose voice mattered. Everybody ain't gonna have a say. We had over 100 people registered already with Gnona. But everybody wasn't an executive, everybody wasn't a founder, everybody didn't have a say on the order. So the people who was around, we pulled them together in a General Assembly and we decided that we were going to confront her, and she took it completely wrong, got very, very disrespectful, to the point that we was just like, you know what, let's do what we have to do as a community. We impeached her, and we let the public know say she's impeached, and that's it. Over a year later, she still was saying she was the paramount chief of Gnona and was promoting a tour to Sierra Leone. And so you got to understand how people have tried to sabotage this movement from within. Because once you realize that you're working with a powerful thing, it can intoxicate you. And in early stages, when you're still small, people will see you as vulnerable and try to take advantage of you. And we try to do the right thing by turning things over to the elders and the people in the corridor who had the same aspirations as us as Pan-African governors. We don't just see America as our home. You understand? We
Right.
have an African concept, you know? And so this sister was impeached. After she was impeached, we had to determine what we was going to do next. And unanimously, I was put up to be the next leader of the community.
Can I get in on that?
And I resisted.
I want to talk about
For the
that.
record, I resisted. I did not want that responsibility.
Okay.
Hey,
But I
greetings,
wanted to
sis.
Hey, sis.
So everybody was like, okay, this is the third person. You know what I'm saying? And Chief, we don't think anyone should be in that position but you. You worked the hardest, you created this, you recruited us all, you understand, into this, and we don't trust it in nobody else's hands. Look what just happened. And it was a lot that happened leading up to that we was just like, wow.
Yeah.
Not even understanding that the same thing happened with the first Paramount Chief. We didn't find out. We found out after he passed away that he was still doing the radio show in the Gullah Nation's name and telling people that he was the founder, he registered it and all kinds of stuff. We did not know he blocked the
Wow.
Randy done unblocked online.
We didn't know what he was doing.
We didn't know.
Well,
We over here sick as
Wow.
a dog with malaria.
I'm
He over
sick,
here
I'm in a
stabbing us in the back. That's how he died. He died in that state right there. He died in the train.
Yep, he did.
whew.
Wow, that's heavy.
Y'all, just imagine what the ancestors do.
And we was praising him, man. I pulled out bases.
Dang.
I pulled out bases for him in damn near tears at Bunt Island.
That same video that you see.
I paid his tax in my village.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So just so you understand is that we've dealt with a lot of betrayal for no reason almost. We didn't even know where it was coming from. And the reason why we was trying to give priority to the corridor was because of the concept that if it's going to be authentically Gullah Geechee, then they have to have a connection to the corridor.
Right.
And I didn't have no lust for power. I just wanted to be able to do the work here in Sierra Leone that the Gullah Geechee people need to be done.
Exactly.
That's all. And I went to Gullah Geechee Nation first in 2012 and tried to hook up with Quet through email and got stiff armed. You understand? And so I said, okay, no problem. I don't have a problem with that. I was coming anyway. And I'm a Geechee anyway, born that way.
Right.
You know, no one else's recognition matters to me. And so, at the end of the day, bro, this has been a lot of antagonism that was unnecessary throughout the process. And now that we understand what happened, we're doing our best to repair that by being direct and honest about it. And that's why I'm even having this conversation right now. And to bring light to the recent cease and desist order that the Gullah Nation of North America actually
We submitted, yeah.
Issued,
Yep.
and delivered via email to Marquetta Goodwin, Queen Quet, and the Gullah Geechee Nation. And I say that because after the situation with Giovanni, after the whole year went by and she was doing the tour and she was still the Paramount Chief of Gunona, we decided that it's time to secure our name and register this unincorporated community. In fact, we decided that this unincorporated community, Gunona, would now incorporate a nonprofit organization so that we can secure our name and we can do our work without other people claiming to be us and despite all of what had happened before. And so that's what we did. We registered Gunona, the Gullah Nation of North America, in 2019, June. We registered the Black Stars Network International back in America again, where it started, after serving here in Sierra Leone and paving the way for there even to be a Gullah Redemption Mission in Sierra Leone. It was the Basani accumulated resources and connections that built this up.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You understand?
It was.
People got to understand that. And you don't get Basani without certain people.
Absolutely.
So it's not even a Gullah Geechee thing all the way. It don't start that way.
Yeah, it doesn't.
You know what I'm saying? It was Pan-African capacity. You understand? For years and years and years of sacrifice and service that even made the ability for us to even navigate in Sierra Leone the way that we have to the point of achieving what we have achieved. Something came before we even formed this community. And we formed it because we seen that we could do something and nobody believed in it. We knew that we could do something and it had to be done. And so we went ahead and we incorporated Gonona as a nonprofit company, as a nonprofit organization, 501c3, y'all. We have 501c3 status. You understand? When you donate to us, you get that shit back.
Absolutely.
We want to talk about finances and crypto. Let's talk about paying tax properly. You got to pay them anyway. 501c3s allow you to direct your own tax money into causes that you believe in. We have 501c3 status. And here on the ground, the Gullah Redemption Mission in Sierra Leone is no longer just the mission that I'm leading here, you know, as an ambassador. Gullah Redemption Mission in Sierra Leone is now a non-profit company registered in the Republic of Sierra Leone. We have a license for travel and tourism. If you're out there and you're coming back seeking your citizenship, hit us up. We definitely can assist you with that. If you're out there, you're looking to, you need some consultancy before you make a business move. You need consultancy before you travel. You need a little bit of help on the ground with your facilitation. Hit us up. This is what I mean by capacity. We've been building capacity for years out here in Sierra Leone. And so, long story short, brother, in September 2019, Gonona, Basani, and the Gullah Redemption Mission in Sierra Leone formed a multi-organizational union so that those three legally organized registered organizations will be able to work together on planning, you know, implementation, monitoring, so that we can borrow from each other's strengths in order to succeed. And so there has never been anything like the Gullah Leone Union, to my knowledge, formed by Gullah Geechee people in the most organic and natural kind of way. However, it has not gone without haters. It has not gone without people seeking to criminalize my name. It has not gone without people throwing suspicion around about what we're doing, who we are.
Right, they need to start looking behind the people that's making these claims.
Really?
I'll tell you
For
that.
real.
Behind the people that's making these claims. Because since I've met him, he has been on it. Nothing but positive moves. Nothing but service for the people. Since I met him doing the work. Did an interview about it. Yeah. You understand? So to see them of all people, these people don't get even an inkling of credibility that he has when it comes to serving people. How do you even do that?
How do you even consider what they say?
Right.
If you see all this damn work. You understand? I mean, bro, listen, I've heard that we are doing illegal tourism.
Illegal tourism.
Selling citizenships.
Yeah, and you know where that's coming from? The haters, man. That's just like somebody. Me, I got a restaurant. You got a restaurant. It's on the same block. Now I got my restaurant first. My restaurant is the first restaurant there. I opened up shop first. But now you want to come get some of this restaurant money because people be coming here to eat.
Right.
You want to come set up shop right here on my block.
Right.
And act like I don't exist.
And then start telling people
and
they
then
got
start
roaches.
telling people I got roaches.
Right.
You understand?
And all kind of other stuff. Don't eat their food.
Hey man, look man, I ain't chicken man. That's
That,
ain't.
that,
Right.
that,
They got pigeon up in there. That ain't no
You know what I mean?
fried
Yeah, that's
rat.
pigeon up in there, man. You
Right.
know, and that's what people have been doing to us all of this time, and we haven't known about all of it. We just been wondering, like,
like why everybody acting like our breath,
right?
like we come in like our breath smell.
We taking our breath, like, yo,
Right. Right.
and the reality is that you got slime ball snakes who want to compete with what you can't compete with, and jealous about what you don't even do. You know what I'm saying? And basically attacking us, man. And so the recent attack that led to the cease and desist, it came through a brother who registered with us back in 2017, I believe. Brother from Florida. You know, he's a little artist. I ain't mad at that. I like to rap. You know, you a musician, brother. You know, how you Gullah Geechee, you don't like music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so the brother likes rap, man. And I met him because we were doing the Be Clean campaign over here. And he was like, yo, man, I do cleanups down here in Florida. I was like, yo, that's what's up. We need to partner up. And he started asking me about Gullah Geechee. And I started, you know, breaking bread with him. He started teaching me stuff I ain't know too. He's like, yeah, man, you know, I'm with the city of Negro Abraham. I'm like, who that? He put me on. I'm like, oh, okay, a Gullah war chief. Okay. He showed me his background, so he's proud of that. I'm like, wow. So throughout the years, he always there to at least give moral support. If he sees us having a bad time, he might jump on the post out of nowhere like, man, keep your head up, man. So we got that kind of bond. But he did take the time also to register with Gnoma. He's a member. He's part of us. He doesn't play an executive role, but he's one of us. And so the brother reached out to Queen Quet and asked her, you know, I want to tell my story about my family. I already talked to the chief in Africa, and he told me ain't no problem. Like, you know, tell my story. And he sent this to the Gullah Geechee Facebook inbox. Whoever controls that account, that cease and desist was for you. If it wasn't Quet, I apologize. But at the same time, you didn't hold that person accountable.
Right. Right.
In fact, you turned it back on us and tried to set the terms for how we were going to solve the problem.
Imagine.
So there won't be no resolution of the problem. Just keep our names out your mouth, and it won't escalate. You understand? That's all. And so she responded to his brother by saying, there is someone in Africa conning people in the name of Gullah Nation. Now, there is no other name, nobody else in the world that uses the name Gullah Nation like that, them two words, but us, especially in Africa.
Right.
What other organization in Africa?
So
ain't none.
So right away, that let me know that the person is aware of there being Gullah Nation activities happening in Africa. And that, that guy is coming. So he goes on to ask, what you mean is he conning? He said, well, he's making money off of it. What money I'm making, bro? Reggie? So the thing is, when you do that in inbox on Facebook, and you think that it ain't gonna get back, and then when it gets back, you think that there ain't gonna be no reaction, or people out there think that, oh man, he's a young brother, he should be talking to her like that. She's the elder. An elder must earn the right to have that respect for me.
Facts.
And people out there have to begin to have respect for me too, in the reality of it. And I'm going to begin to make sure that people have respect for who we are and what we're doing. I don't do it alone. You understand? And attacking me, you won't have the effect of chopping off the head and killing the body. It won't happen. Another one gonna rise up and we'll keep pushing. So you coming at me for no reason. We're breeding. We know what we're doing. We're definitely organizing and forming a community and a family here. with or without anybody's approval or support. It's happening. It's meant to be. So anyone who got a problem with that, they really have to deal with the full force moving forward. Let me say that. Now that we understand everything that really happened,
Yeah.
and this is happening, this thing will quit. And I couldn't even enjoy my birthday, man.
I
You know,
brother.
and
Well, we gonna celebrate it when we get there. How about that?
oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, for sure. And so she goes on as well to say other things, of course. He said, well, what is your problem with Chief Fode and the Gullah Nation? What's your real beef with them? He said, y'all should be working together. The person says, yes, we should be working together, but them folk don't know how to, what's he say?
Something like, but they don't know how to do things the correct way.
Yeah, the correct way.
Yeah.
And then start talking about there's other Sierra Leone Gullah. That's not the only Gullah group. There's actually actually a Sierra Leone inspired Gullah Geechee group. What? Wait, we're not talking.
You understand, right?
Like
So basically, man, they got roaches.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
He's not a real Gullah Geechee.
Don't eat over there. Yeah.
He's born in Pennsylvania.
Wait, let me just say this because we're into heritage work. So imagine we have our stolen, just like myself and my husband. We're descendants of the stolen, just like you, Baba.
Right.
And we're taking, doing genealogy, taking blood tests, using science to connect us back to a place in Africa. And then when we get there, they're treating the Gullah Geechees that was born a few miles up
like we fucking foreigners.
Right.
But they want to go all the way to Africa and be accepted as an ethnic group.
Right.
You don't have, imagine you're a cousin, you're talking about your cousins, you're talking about your aunties and uncles that went up north, that migrated to different places, went to the west, and then you say, okay, now you a come here. Imagine.
Right.
So
right.
How should our people, our family here accept you when you come in if that's the case?
That's some isolated shit, man.
No one does that.
It's some isolated shit.
It's wild.
You know like no one will do that.
It's psychotic.
It's like here in Sierra Leone, you got JCs and home base.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they at least recognize that the JCs are Sierra Leone.
Yeah, exactly.
They know that their diaspora is their diaspora.
Right.
But the Gullah Geechee Nation can't seem to get in their head that they have a damn Gullah Geechee diaspora.
No, they too busy. They too busy gatekeeping.
So that's why we created our own space, because we got the same damn right to self-determination as anybody else got.
Facts.
And we can't get justice and unity and direction from what's there, and there's only one thing there. What's the next thing you're supposed to do? Create what you need for yourself. Ain't that what our ancestors do? Ain't that what we're supposed to do? Ain't that what we're supposed to inspire our children to do? If you need it, build it if it's not being built.
Exactly.
Right.
And we've built the bridge. We've built the bridge. And instead of just saying, you know what, I was wrong about that young buck. I was wrong about that group. You can't do that. So the way that we solved the issue, for the record, when we got wind that this had happened, me, myself, I was furious.
Yeah, I was
flaming like, yo.
I couldn't believe it.
I'm like, yo, okay, if it was just somebody else who word wouldn't have some influence over others, and I'm thinking about the brother. I'm like, yo, brother, sharp man, but he's a young boy. He's a young brother, man. Like, what was she trying to do? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what was the outcome you were seeking? And how many times have you done it before that?
We're 6 years in, y'all. We're 6 years in, so imagine.
Facebook, though, that's low, bro.
Right.
So how can I respect that? So at the end of the day, man, the situation, I was very hot, and I honestly don't like making decisions when I'm like that, especially not for myself. Of course, first thing, happened is that, you know, I reported to the council.
Right.
Brothers and sisters, elders, look at this. We don't hide. Ain't no reason to hide. We innocent.
Right.
We right.
Right.
Look at this new one, because we get it all the time. It can come from a disgruntled African ancestry DNA tester that wants to fight but can't fight.
Yeah.
You know,
The recent stone throwing.
We just got that, and I'm so ready to put that out. You know what I'm saying? Because it's sad. Like,
the whole thing about it is this. We have tried our best to mind our own business and just represent who we are in a good way that others who might not be a part of us will respect. And say, man, right on. You know, we do that. Like when we see Gullah Geechee representing Gullah Geechee, man, we like, yo, go for it, Geechee experience. You know, go for it, Geechee motivation. You know what I'm saying? Like, we love that, man. Like, that's our culture. We ain't hating on that. So why are we getting hatred from the queen? You understand? Of all people, why would you be hating on that?
all this work we doing.
I have never stepped foot in Africa.
Never.
And promoting the indigenous American identity. Never stepped foot in Africa. And got the nerve to tell people I'm kind to people in Africa. And you've never been here. You don't know me.
Right.
At all. At all. And honestly, I can't wait to see the egg on the person's face and challenge me. Openly. Mm-hmm. Not behind the back.
Yeah, openly.
Not behind the back.
Yeah.
Not behind the back.
Not whisper campaign.
Not behind the back.
None of that.
Not behind the back. Challenge me.
Yeah.
Don't face me and say, Chief, you're not a chief.
Yeah.
You're this. You're not a Gullah Geechee. You're a con man. Come to my face. Mm-hmm. We can do it live right here on Gullah Leone Live. I'll make you famous.
That's when that slam dunk, you'll put them on that, they'll end up on a poster.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Because let me tell you something, man. I work very hard, man. I don't get much respect, but I'm not the kind of person that run around needing it. I respect myself.
Because if you did, you're gonna be.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, being the chief and having the crown, that's great. I don't give a fuck about that shit either. If it ain't in the service of my people, we ain't gonna really do the right thing with it.
Right.
Don't crown me and then act like you don't know what time it is.
Right. Give it to you of all people. You gonna play with it.
And so I've accepted my responsibility and I've tried my best to serve in every capacity. And now that we are seeing success, now that we are petitioning the Sierra Leone government for, citizenship for all Gullah Geechees, all that can verify it. You know, the people that can literally go to their mama and their dada and they can go back through their lineage with records and oral tradition and go back to cemeteries and go back to counties and states and decades and centuries and say, look, man, this is my great-great-great-great-grandfather right here. This is him right here. This is my daddy. Look, this is him. Look, Great Migration. Look, 1917, we moved to New York. We moved to Detroit.
Yep.
Does that mean I'm not a Geechee anymore? No, it doesn't. No, it does not.
And that's the thing, and we've talked about this a couple of shows ago. Everybody that's listening, if you haven't already, do your genealogy. You know, whether that be, getting on Ancestry.com and trying to connect with cousins. Talk to the elders that are still around in your family. Listen to them stories. Listen to them stories. I talk to my older cousins and aunts that are still around, almost every other week, and I'm learning something new. Try to connect those dots, y'all. I mean, it's going back, digging. You might find something that's a little bit painful, but that's part of the story.
Hey, bro, you know what's beautiful about it? I got elders that I got the oral tradition from in my family. Uncles, my mom, I got the oral tradition because I was just an inquisitive little dude, man, from a little boy. Mama, what's my grandmama name? What's her mama name? I want to know.
Yeah,
I
me
was
too.
And so my mom was the kind that would tell you. I know people say, man, I wish my mama would have told me. My mom was type that was proud and be like, boy, you don't know? Let me tell you about this one. Oh, man, my Uncle
Right.
Harry, that boy there, he was wild. You
Chief,
know?
just last week, I just found out from my cousin that her daddy, his family from Orangeburg. That's where
You
your
see the
people
game?
from, right? I
See,
just found
yeah.
that out.
See
Yeah.
the game? And you know what? I'm glad you said Orangeburg, man, because, you know, I snoop my ops.
Right.
You know, because I realize that I'm being snooped.
Yeah.
And I know you're watching me. I'm watching you.
You know how we know they're watching us? Because you will see a post or a website or a Facebook page with our narrative or information that we know is not out there.
So
Well, sis, you know what? You know
yeah.
what else? Look at that petition and how many views we have versus how many signatures.
Exactly.
You see what I'm right?
Okay, brother, now you get it.
You know what I'm saying?
Snooping.
Snooping. And so I think that what's going on now is that we just reached the stage of maturity in our own organizational strength where it's never been a thing where we recognize a single leader for all of the Gullah Geechee people.
It's not like that in Africa.
You know,
Right.
you don't have one top
for
10
the
there.
whole
You don't have
year.
one top 10 there. You know, every area got their own. They govern themselves.
And they're about to bring whoever they want to within their jurisdiction.
They let you in if they want to. That's their business. And so, if we are talking about having the same rights that have been declared for us, you know, nationhood and self-determination and de facto sovereignty and all those buzzwords that most people don't ever go dig up a dictionary and understand what they mean politically. We do.
Yeah.
We understand that we are 100% in exercise of our human rights to express our culture and to self-representation and governance within our community affairs, family and local areas. That's universal. So no one's going to deny us that universal right to organize ourselves in our interests. It's a shame that even from those who I once admired, man, when I heard about Queen Cretton, I was like, yo, that's dope. I didn't know this.
Look, that's what,
you know what I'm saying?
He told me back in 2012. I was going to just a follow-up with him to do an interview. I had no clue about a Gullah Geechee queen or anything. He put me on. I'm like, wow, okay.
So you don't see the game? Now,
9 years ago.
Now, we brought our Elders Council together, the Gullah Elders Council. We also reached out to the parent body of the UNIA-ACL, Rehabilitated Committee 2020, a very dynamic expression of Garveyism right now. I'm a proud member. And so we reached out to them because they're neutral in terms of the Gullah thing.
Yeah.
They're not going to take a side based on Gullah. And also, among the parent body and among the leadership, they have people who have actually been trained and have experience over decades in mediation in the community. And so we took it serious, like, yo, let's get some real elders who know how to deal with this problem and do this because I'm like, yo, I can't disrespect this old head, man. They're going to take it wrong in the corridor.
Right.
They're going to say,
right.
They're going to say, they're going to say I'm wrong. And they're going to say no matter what she did, she's queen. And I'm like, yo, if y'all know the truth, it'll set you free from that lie. You understand? And so I would say that it's not a hostile warfare, but the line is clearly drawn. I don't want a problem, but it will be if that line is crossed. You understand? And so we've done too much, man. Anybody who knows us know how much we've suffered in the name of Gullah, in the name of making sure people here respect us.
Right.
You understand? Making sure we got a home to return to on the continent. Already prepared. Ain't nobody take up that mission yet, man. All these trips and documentaries and all that. What is that, man? What does that do? What does that do, man? And
Provide a
so,
little, some feel good moments, but that's about it.
exactly. So we're a younger generation. Like I said, I was 10 years old when the Gullahs first came back. I ain't know nothing about that. I was living in South Carolina. I was a little boy and still ain't know nothing about that. I ain't from South Carolina. I'm from Pennsylvania. But my family moved back and forth. My household from down south. Ain't nobody can change that. So that's why I say I want to see the egg on the face. I want to see the egg on the face when I call my cousin Tonia in Charleston and say, hey, cuz, tell her. My cousin over in Goose Creek, hey, cuz, tell her. or my cousin down on Hilton Head, hey, cuz, tell her.
Let them know.
They be watching me go through it. And the thing is that I've been able to teach those who told me who I am. I gave my mother the actual documentation of what she was telling me when I was young. What? I never seen it.
Wow.
I never seen it. Yeah, but I was all records.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So you talking about completing the cipher, talk about getting the oral and then researching for the records, researching for the validation. We've been through that process. Nobody's sitting here faking like we Gullah Geechee for what? What the hell we gaining from that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's who we are. And we're proud of it. And we don't care who got a problem with it. At the end of the day, we can do a lot more together. But we can't operate in an environment where we have elders, older people, who are seen as the leaders in the community that actually conduct themselves like that or condone it under their leadership. Yeah. And so what happens is that we decided that after hearing from the elders, and many of the elders have experience, they know her. They understood, they know who Quet is, they've been down to the corridor. People sleeping on us, man. They sleeping on exactly who they dealing with, and that's what's really happening. That's why it's going to be a clash. Because we keep saying, man, back up, leave us alone. We just doing our own thing.
Just trying to do the work.
They're not getting the hint, man. They want to bully us, so that's never going to happen. I don't care how old you are, if you're a man or you're a woman, or how much white man money you in, how good you can tap dance, and I don't care about none of that. That ain't us. We're a different breed. We're a different seed.
Fact.
And so while we give respect to those who we once admired, because we look at them as the leaders and the founders of a great movement that now we can be a part of, they dissing us, man. So at the end of the day, what you think we gonna do if they keep going? We're gonna defend ourselves. So
Absolutely.
So being that the elders advise us to kind of like keep cool, don't let it get ugly. The best way to do it is to, do a cease and desist. So we got some legal counsel. It took us about 2 weeks to, gather up how we was going to move. And at the end of the day, president of the organization, Kenya, operated as the primary correspondent between herself and Queen Quet. And there was correspondences back and forth. And at the end of the day, they got frustrated, and we just said, all right, well, just keep our names out your mouth.
Right.
During those correspondences, other things came up. Allegedly someone in Sierra Leone is telling Quet that someone here is lying and saying that they're one of her relatives. And they sent the photo of the man, and they had to confirm that he is not affiliated with them. And I'm like, where he at?
Yeah, right. So, where that pitch at?
You know what I mean? Where he at? Because you know why? Because anyone who follows me, anyone who knows me, knows that at least once a month, I post my own genealogical evidence up. I research constantly. My grandfather was born in Savannah. I didn't even know it till last month.
That's real.
You understand? Yeah, my mama from Orangeburg, but her family from down Ridgeville. Say that ain't the corridor. Prove to me that my family owned over 50 acres of land in the house, fresh out of slavery. Prove to me that 3 of my living fathers at the time of emancipation fought in the Civil War. Prove to me that they wasn't involved in freeing the Gullah Geechee people directly. That they didn't fight in the Department of the South in South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. Prove to me, because I can prove to you otherwise. I can prove to you that even after independence, my ancestor, who was born in Ridgeville, who ended up with 45 acres, he went back into the military to secure the freedoms, to defend them, just in case it get ugly again. 5 more years. Father 12 children. I'm the great-great-grandson of his fourth child. We deep, bro. We know who we are. If I get the naming relatives who we all would know, celebrities, man, it'll be a problem. So
Right.
I'm waiting to see the person who actually gonna jump out the woodworks and think they're gonna cast me out the Gullah Geechee community, because that's when the suffocation comes. That's when you fell into the trap. That's when you fell into the trap. When I say stay out my business, get out my way, leave us alone, we ain't doing nothing but God's work.
Ashe.
Our ancestors are very satisfied with what the moves we making. We blessed too. We ain't the only ones blessed. Stop hating, man.
And just to add, Chief, and listen, whoever's watching this, you attack Chief, you attacking all of us. As you can see, this is not the Chief show. This is not the Kenya show. This is Gullah Leone Union.
That's right.
We are a community. We are a family. So you hitting at them, hey, you gonna have to address everybody. Let's just put that out there,
bro. And you know what? I've been quiet, man, because I don't want to get y'all into no scuffles. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a person who actually has to be responsible in all of this, because I'm being targeted. And I'm being targeted only because y'all crowned me.
Yeah, but y'all, you see what happened. You see what happened just 2 weeks ago. Coming at me, right? So again, it's all of us. This is
at me like that. They ain't even coming at me, and I'm being wrong.
Right.
Nobody else gets attacked, bro.
Yep.
Nobody else gets attacked, man. Nobody else.
That's wild.
And so that's the problem, man, is that I've been letting it happen, letting it slide, because I've been getting advised to let it slide.
Just don't respond. Keep doing the work. But that's been 6 years.
You see?
We've been getting attacked for 6 years, and everybody keeps telling us to ignore it.
I'm not
and
doing
then
that.
Look who's doing it.
Right.
Look who it is.
Look who's doing it.
Bro, listen. Do you understand that if you put this into a romantic situation, and you realize that Queen Quet of the Gullah Geechee Nation had the opportunity to partner and be a part of what we're doing, if she can put her ego down and respect the young bucks from out of town. You know what I'm saying? Put your ego down, respect the young Geechees from out of town. The ancestors is working on us too.
Right.
We putting in work too. We supposed to be united. We supposed to be uplifting our people.
Didn't you originally?
Where are the elders that would put that kind of shit in check?
Right.
And so I've been sitting back like, yo, somebody gonna say something. Somebody gonna do something. They gonna see this ain't right. You know, nobody want to get into a cuss battle or a fight with an elder, man. Especially not me. I'm a dude, man. I don't like to argue with women. I don't like to even feel like get that rush in my heart when the other person is a sister, old or young. I don't care who it is.
Right.
I don't want to get bubble guts about a sister, man. You know what I'm saying? But this is not about me. That's why I'm so upset. It It ain't about me. That's why I'm so upset. If you understand that we literally have just successfully obtained over 500 petitions from all around the world in the public for everybody to see. If that ain't capacity, what is it? If we don't got support, then what do we got?
Right.
If we ain't legit, then prove it. Prove it. Stop telling people lies.
And they can see the work we're doing, because one of our number one thing is transparency. We're showing
All we
people
do is showcase.
it's out there. Everybody knows what we're doing. You can see it. There ain't nothing to hide. So
imagine in the context of that, you know, in a romantic world, you would say, damn, okay, maybe in the past, you know, we had a couple misses. But now I see these young bloods actually fighting for citizenship in Africa.
For all of us.
Let me reach out to them.
For all of us, not just us on this call, right? It's for all of us.
Let me reach out to them and see what's going on. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. I'll say this too, and y'all can go run it back to him. Mama Salone. Yeah, y'all know him from the Gullah Roots documentary. Go to YouTube, Gullah Roots documentary, and you're gonna see Mama Salone. I'm gonna put him out there right now because I ain't scared of you. You understand? There's a lot that has been going on, and I ain't the type to side talk because I ain't afraid of you. This is the right time to address certain shit. In 2019, early January 2019, Kenya and myself, we had the privilege, I would say the privilege, of being able to meet Commissioner Griffin Latson of the Gullah Geechee Cultural Heritage Corridor here in Freetown. And it was an honor because before I got here, when I reached out to the Gullah Geechee Nation, I was told that they didn't have anything going on here in Sierra Leone, didn't have no interest, and that relationships have been weakened. And so I was like, all right, cool, no problem. And I was told to come and hook up with an organization called the Sierra Leone Gullah Kinship Association. I was told that multiple times. I got evidence of being told that again in 2015 when I was here in the middle of Ebola, seeking contact, seeking somebody, can I connect with someone?
Who actually care.
That was directly to Queen.
Who actually care about the wealth of the people. And
so when you come here and you like to Africa, you want to deal with people that are familiar with your background, who understand who you are and where you're coming from. Mm-hmm. And being that Sierra Leone does have a background of Gullah Geechee, of having knowledge of us and embracing us and stuff, it was always my hope that, man, when I get out here, man, I'm gonna hook up with the people that know who my people is. You know what I'm saying? Serve my, play my role. And so that's what led me to reach out to Queen Cret, man. And like I said, she snubbed me originally. I didn't feel no kind of way about it. I was coming anyway. But when I came here, I started looking for these people, man. It took me 5 years, man. Freetown small. Come to find out, the group had been going through some internal things, and they were more low key than what I was led to believe they were. I guess they didn't want to get found, didn't want to get seen. But now I know that they were actually under a lot of pressure that they shouldn't have been under. And under that pressure, just like pipes.
Bound to burst. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so while that was happening, Ebola came. You got to stay away from people during that time. After Ebola, it still was the same thing. I mean, I went to the Monuments and Relics Commission here, asking about the how can I get in contact with the Sierra Leone Gullah Kinship Association. They basically told me that they're no longer a group. They scattered. No one knows where they are. I took their word for it. It's the government. You know what I'm saying? I said, okay, well, that's cool. At one point, former members of the association reached out to us, former youth members. We met with them. We talked to them about working together, and they was like, well, yo, I wouldn't do it in that name, that kinship name. I'm like, what you mean? He was like, well, inside there was some problems, but those of us who was part of the kinship that really loved it, that walked away, would be wide open to something like this. And this was before we actually ever met the kinship. And so in 2016, we accepted our first, we hosted our first tour, not tour, our first homecoming, where a brother came back. We guided him to his community through our Gullah Redemption Mission, Sierra Leone, and Bassani Network. I was serving as international ambassador. The late chief, who stabbed me in the back, basically connected me with the brother, asked me if I could connect him with his group of people, which was Timothy's. And me and Kenya was so excited to do it, man. We was like, yo,
we were so excited.
You know, the brother came, stayed in our house, man. We didn't have furniture or nothing, man, but he was cool. You know what I'm saying? On some humble shit, like, yeah, my shit ain't right, but you good, man.
You home.
You know,
we're gonna make sure we connect with your family.
We took the brother to the village. They accepted him, man. Yeah. It's so beautiful, man. We still got to get that footage out. You know, since people still doubting what role we played in the obtaining of people getting citizenship, and the discussion even happening in the Monuments and Relics Commission, that's sparked by independent people that's coming back to see what they can do to reconnect. We actually started with Gullah Geechee's and African ancestry DNA testing, coming back, and we was like, man, anybody who got a Sierra Leonean connection, historically or biologically or whatever, Jamaican Maroons should be able to come and apply for citizenship in Sierra Leone. They got roots here too. Mm-hmm. You know, African community in Nova Scotia, they got roots here too. You know, so our community, our lineage is so rich and diverse with nationality and ethnicity that you got to understand what we mean when we say citizenship in Sierra Leone. Because Sierra Leone has only been a nation state for 60 years.
60 years.
You know what I mean? So, of course, they didn't take us 60 years ago, within that 60 years. So when we claim to be Sierra Leone, we claim to be that based on what this land has become and how these people identify today. But we come from these people in this land. Do you understand?
Right.
So the people here can understand it and see it. But we went to them, man. They told us to go file a petition. They told us to go do a petition, bring it back to them, and then they will be able to forward it to the president and see what he got to say. At least we can start the conversation. That's what happened. Soon later after that, the African ancestry people that we was working with, that we actually was hoping that we could be a united force with, went their own way. And before we know it, they started getting their citizenships. And we ain't got a problem with that, man. That's why we went there with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, we Pan-Africans. We believe all Africans should be able to get citizenship anywhere they want in Africa. You know what I'm saying? That citizenship should be one anyway. We should have one African government. This is our belief. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So we don't go too far into it like that. But the reality is that under the current arrangement of states, it's a real question. And if proving that you have a connection to Sierra Leone, an ancestral and historic connection to Sierra Leone is all you need to be able to at least request a citizenship along the lines that someone with a genetic test can. That's why we felt like it was a united thing anyway. In modern times, ethnically, most of the people in the world will call us all African Americans anyway.
Right.
Being Gullah or Mende ancestry or Timmy, that's all secondary to the rest of the world. And so we've been like, yo, we all black, you know what I mean? We all African Americans.
Mm-hmm. None of this tribalism mess.
Some people don't feel that way. Some people
they don't feel like that. As soon as they get that DNA test, man, they
become tribalists.
They become tribalists instant.
Hey, Chief, man, I'm sorry. We're going to have to wrap in a few minutes. Yeah, because I got to, I think we've been off for about 2.5 now. So, yeah, I'm going to definitely have to wrap up in a couple of minutes.
All right, no problem, man. But you know, long story short, brother, we are here. We ain't going nowhere.
Nowhere.
You know what I'm saying? We have to address and put out there certain things that's going on with us and express how we feel about it. Man, we love who we are. It's unfortunate that we was not able to come to a peaceful resolution with Queen Quet and the Gullah Geechee Nation.
We tried, y'all.
And I say that because I truly believe that we're bringing something of value to the table that even her own efforts could gain from. and that it could be a win-win if we could make it happen. But just the arrogance that we know, that we've read, that we've seen, just the bruh, I just
It's sad. It really is sad because, like you said, if she could put her pride to the side and see, oh wow, these young folks are really doing something. They really trying to make a change.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
a positive change, and I just don't get it. But that said, we ain't gonna stop. You know,
yeah.
the foundation is laid. We can't stop. The foundation is laid. The train is running. You know, we've been building, so that's it.
It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful because next week, man, we're gonna be in Jama.
I know, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all, everybody that's still on, I already know we got something special for y'all. We're gonna have some great footage, and yeah, y'all just stay tuned. Just keep rocking with us.
Let me tell you, man. The word from Jama is that you guys will be entering a royal house. That you will be receiving the clan surname of founders of Jama, which is the capital city of the Kowa chiefdom. They have many villages, but that's the capital town. The people of Kowa are directly related to the people of Kori chiefdom, meaning Tayama. Right. They're Kapa days. Kapa.
Yeah, Kapa.
And so that's what they would say here, Mende. You know?
There's variants.
You know, there's variants. And that's what people need to understand. Is that Mende is an ethnicity that has many different lineages and even ethnic groups under that base. So it's difficult to say, yo, I'm a Mende descendant. They be like, yo, what side? Which one? You a Gullah Mende, you a Kapa Mende, what side you did? And your blood should be able to tell you that because they know that it's not one blood. And you know what I mean? So, you know, we're getting somewhere here. We're getting somewhere here because beyond having a genetic connection, we're making the real life connections. I'm so proud that we've been able to launch our village community farm project, bro. 12 acres, man. The people are so excited. They're ready to plant the cassava, man. They're ready to grow the rice. Man, they're ready to get popped. And especially you, Baba Singbe. They got your name in their mouth.
Man, I can't wait. I can't wait, brother.
They're getting ready right now, man. Brother,
Godfather's on his way.
Yeah, we'll be leaving tomorrow, man. We're going to go ahead and try to get y'all country club together, man. You know? Make sure we keep it like with tradition. And the thing about it, like I said, bro, this ain't tourism.
No.
Y'all ain't touring. Y'all ain't paying us for this. This ain't tourism. This is literally a international delegation. And we are going to Jama because we already have connections there. We have 35 members in that village already. We already have visited that village. We have our national coordinator, who is one of the few that after it was decided that even the Sierra Leone Gullah Kinship Association didn't want us to be their members because we requested to see their constitution, and they were so insecure. They was like, no, nobody can see it. We was like, okay, never mind.
Yeah, wow, okay.
Like, we already have what we're doing. We're just going to keep doing it.
Right.
And what happened was that we got accused for throwing them under the bus because their strongest members was like, yo, we going with y'all. And it was never a split because there was never a unity. And it was Godfather Nat who I finally got contacted with after 5 years of searching for these people. So Nat is the one who took me into the executive so we can really get to know them back in 2018. About 2 months later, they refused to show us the Constitution and denied us membership, but wanted to be partners.
Yeah, and
so we immediately went on the process to incorporate the mission now, Gullah Redemption Mission Sierra Leone, because we finally found the people, and they just was unfit for even our membership. And so we moved forward, and the people who seen that we had a strategy and a plan, even without the money in hand, we had a strategy and plan. They was like, yo, we rocking with the Gullahs that we see. And so Nat is one of them. Nat was actually an executive member before he came over to GRM-SL. And he's the national coordinator for us. Jamakoa is his village. I met his father there. His sister is about to be on the ballot to become the paramount chief there. Yes, Mendez have women paramount chiefs.
They sure do.
And Jamakoa, y'all, and I got to plug our YouTube again. We have 2 videos from the recent visit to Jamakoa. Chief, Sister Kenya, and Godfather Nat all went there to be with the Paramount Chief to greet the people. It's beautiful. There's 2 videos on Gullah House Media, so check those out.
Yeah, man. It's a real thing too, bro. I'm saying all that because people come here for tourism, and they have a certain way where they treat tourists. But we don't. That's not what.
This is a family
This
affair.
is a family affair. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And then on top of that, this is business, man. Like there's so much that we can potentially do through a real partnership with a community that's really ready to receive us. You know what I'm saying? And I believe Jamakoa is ready to receive us. They have received us. And I believe that this trip is really just going to open up a whole Pandora's box in terms of repatriation and what it means to reintegrate. You know, it's beautiful, man. This is beautiful even to be involved, and it's a shame that we have to fight over it.
It's sad, but I tell you, and I know I've said it many times. I'm just so grateful, as I'm sure the rest of the family members are, to just be a part of this, because we've all been looking for this, and yeah, we making history, y'all. Chief, I am gonna have to close out, brother, because
can I get 1 minute?
Go ahead. You close up. You close us out. You can close us out.
I want to complete one thing that I didn't say.
You got it.
I was saying it, but I kind of went off of it. Amadou Masale. Amadou Masale is someone I met through Fode Kunda Kante, and for over a year we thought we was building together. We created a group called the Sierra Leone Union Movement, and I was the Gullah coordinator, and I thought we were going to build something united, but I realized that people have relationships with entities that we don't necessarily agree with, and they also have their own ulterior motives. When we met Fode Kunda, he was acting like he didn't have any aspirations, but now he's the president for the Tindi Abara Nation. And now you're building the nation, and what was you doing when we met you? But It's okay. It's okay because that's what happens, you know. But Amadou Masale offended us in a very strong way. He was here. We had a meeting with Gullah Kinship. He said, hey, it's payday, the big payday done come. He told them that he's coming with the biggest group of Gullahs next year. All of us are going to be involved. This is history. This is the big payday, paycheck day. So, you know, they've been plotting on getting paid from us in one day, right? And so he brought back 50 Gullah Geechees along with some other people that was not even black and others for the year of return, and literally excluded us on purpose, even picked a fight with me so he can justify not dealing with us. And so I want to put his name out there because there's so many Gullah Geechees out there who's going to meet and encounter this guy, see his work, admire it. Oh, 50 Gullahs, wow, Gullah roots, yay. Well, I wrote a article years before that under the same name, and laying out the same exact kind of connections while we was in the Sierra Leone Union movement trying to build. So I mean, I could be tripping, but I'm telling you that even for him, back off me, man. Back off me, man. Because I did nobody no harm, and I'm not gonna let nobody do me harm. and we can respect each other. That brother brought 50 gullahs here. You know what we can do together?
Right.
Queen K is the queen. Everybody love her. You know what we can do together? So just imagine the level of sabotage and high treason that I'm talking about. If you're really connected to your ancestry, you know what we're fighting for, not only in the corridor, but all around the world.
He's the only one who tried to deal with every last one of these people. He extended the invitation. And he laid the groundwork foundation for something they didn't have, that didn't exist here. Before the meeting in 2016, it didn't exist. It did not exist.
So it's very offensive. I felt very bad about that, man. And I think he knows that. I think that's why he did it like that.
Yeah.
And so when I say that, haters is more than that, man. It's like deliberate
sabotage.
It's deliberate fuck you.
But yeah.
And
Right.
move out. He even started calling himself the real Salone Gullah. I said, wow.
Why?
Wow.
Who are you? Why would you even label? You just learned about us in 2006.
Right.
Admittedly,
How are you a real Salone Gullah?
admittedly, what does that mean?
What does that even mean? It's like people putting themselves in opposition for nothing. There's our own. We got our own space that we've been building.
It ain't for nothing, man. It's because they see us building.
Well,
that's what it is.
It's jealousy. Yeah.
That's what it is. But thank you, brother. Hey, look, we're gonna close out for the night. Bye-bye.
I appreciate y'all. I know it's late over there too. I appreciate y'all coming on. This has been fantastic. We got 6 days until flight time. We just all so excited. So I know we're gonna talk again in the next couple of days, but we're gonna see y'all real soon. And everybody that's tuned in, thanks for tuning in today. Thanks for your questions and just comments and the heart marks and all that. We see it. Just keep rocking with us, y'all. We got some fantastic stuff coming up soon. And as we say, many roots.
One fambo.
One fambo. Peace, everybody. Right, peace out.
And love.
All right. Good night. Good night, Sister Kenya.
All right. Peace and love.
All right. See you.